Welcome to Empire Barbell. This is Bromley and Russ. We haven't done one of these in forever.
Forever.
And I'm a little nervous right now because, full disclosure, I got rid of the older ones because as we started to get more subscribers, I became increasingly paranoid about any of the topics that we might have covered may have disqualified me from being able to use YouTube as a platform in the first place.
Start flagging the shit.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I might have to just throw this on BitChute next to all the white supremacist videos.
It's therapeutic for me, man.
No, it is. It's good. I like this, and I think at this point too, it'll be a good deviation from. Because before we'd have a great time, spend 2.5 hours, get absolutely lit, talk about some shit, and we get 18 views.
That's it.
That's all right.
Man, we worked for those 18 views.
Fucking worked for them shit.
Yeah.
At least 2 of them.
Put my liver through it.
I listened to the first 20 minutes.
One was Mike and one was Mike's wife.
That's that's where we went. We went too long. We should have just cut that shit. Like gave them what they wanted to hear, and then left a hook for more.
I think you're right, though. It's therapeutic. I think it was more for us than
it was definitely more for me.
So anyways, if you haven't seen this before, which you probably haven't, this is where me and Russ get drunk, talk about a lot of nonsense, and solve zero problems in the process.
None.
This is our good friend Michael Salter, fellow strongman competitor. I've known Mike for, like 5-6 years now?
Fuck, I think at least that.
I first met
Whenever I started taking steroids.
When was that?
Where's the air horn?
5 years ago.
Yeah. No, I remember the first time I met you was at the old place back when it was Push Brothers, where Evan and Jared ran.
I can't believe that was a name.
This guy put a 250-pound Atlas stone in front of me. He's like, "You can't lift this. You're just a bitch." I'd never touched one. I just thought it was the heaviest fucking thing I've ever touched in my life. I remember that 250-pound stone. I was like, "This is insane."
It looks so big the first time you do it, so awkward and cumbersome, and now you look at it, it looks like a pea.
That's what girls say the first time they have sex with me. It's so big, awkward, and cumbersome. It's not going to be fun. But now they love it.
There's a learning curve. You'll get it. Like everything else, there's a learning curve. No, and so Mike and his wife, Mandy, came from because you guys were doing CrossFit before then.
Oh yeah,
right?
I couldn't believe that shit.
And
I love CrossFit.
Mike's a guy that was over 300 pounds, but we get through CrossFit workouts, go cycling, and then accidentally pulled out a 600-pound deadlift, from his Fran times, extrapolated into a 600-pound pull. But then you started working with Nick over at House of Power, and then you started training more regularly, specifically for strength, and your strength just exploded.
It did. When you go to CrossFit and they can't fit any more bumper plates on the bar, then you need to find a new gym.
That's how you know you're big
That's
time.
how you know, you're done with CrossFit.
I got 5 bumpers on each side. There's no more weight.
Over.
I grew that shit.
Yeah, no, it's CrossFit was awesome, and I'm a big proponent of it. You guys can talk shit about it. If you do it scaled and know your limits, it's a fantastic system.
Well, and it makes you useful, especially transitioning to strongman. You realize how important it is to have a motor and be able to move around. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I like strongman over just powerlifting. I love strength as a pursuit, but it's you have to be able to move. You have to be useful, or else you're just fucking toe-mater like a human forklift.
No, absolutely.
And you're of no use to anybody.
Well, back when the weights were reasonable in strongman, and I came in from CrossFit background, after the 4th event, I'm not tired yet. These guys are just sitting in the corner done.
And you get guys that are half your size that are just gassed because they've never done anything over 5 reps. Yeah. And I dicked around in CrossFit for a little bit. I worked at Penner's Gym down in San Jacinto. Excuse me. And I remember he would come up with the strongman CrossFit workouts, and I would have to test them out for him. And they were horrible. While you're doing it and while you're getting your ass kicked at it, it's easy to say, well, this is stupid. Why would I ever need to do this? But that reality hits you this is really fucking hard. I don't want to do this again. He had us do one. It was like a stone burpee medley. Oh. It was stone over bar, and it was like a ladder of increasing stone reps and burpee reps. Wow. And it was one of the worst things I've ever done. But, knowing how to load a stone took a lot of the edge off. But God, I could barely get my ass on the ground. And then recently, we just had that deadlift thing over at House of Power, and what'd you stand up with?
835, which is nobody. I was disappointed Nathan didn't want to compete with me or Jacob. Some people
Nathan's too good, man. He's big time now, right?
I know. I can't. He's
fucking Hollywood over there in his Daisy Dukes.
Oof.
I think he made those.
He did.
He cut them.
He cut them. He's got
seamed them and everything.
I'll be the first to say he's got the best ass in strongman.
Well, it looks like you took the jeans my mom would get from Charlotte Russe or something, or like one of the XL women's stores.
Oh, like a Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant.
When I was hard up for money, I sold so many of my mom's Lane Bryant clothes on eBay, and that shit just flew.
Oh,
a bunch of middle-aged housewives just bought that shit up. It looks like you took a bunch of Lane Bryant pants and just cut them into Daisy Dukes.
And then when we say Lane Bryant, it's not a derogatory.
No.
We love all women. We're like Jesus. We love them all.
We love them all. But yeah, I thought you had an 855 on the bar, right? Is that what happened?
No, it was just
I thought it was
835.
No,
Okay.
it was, you know what, man, it was a precursor because I had a contest coming up 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
And it was just trying to find a good heavy single for the day. And I didn't get that warmed up. I think I pulled 3 times, and it was fun. I'm right now is the best my deadlift's ever felt. I'm pretty damn confident I pulled 900 pounds right now. I'm not, I pulled it from 15 inches last weekend with ease. Could have pulled 1,000 from 15 inches. So
Yeah, I didn't know. I saw that video, and that wasn't an axle, was it?
no,
it was
just
a bar,
it was
but
a
it was elevated. Stiff bar.
And
Elevated.
I told him, I was like, if it was a deadlift bar on that, it would have been
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I'll try to throw that clip on top of this. That moved really quick. I remember seeing that.
But yeah, that's how I met Alex, and then Tony just kind of came along the way.
Yeah, I was just here.
It just inspired me, man. This guy's the best motivator ever.
That
He gets
means
me
a lot,
fired
man.
up.
Thank you.
He gets me so fired up when he's around.
And
Like-
you know what? You know what makes me mad is that I have so many memories of Tony being like the hype man, and it's like if we just had a drone like hovering around over the years, like capturing footage, we would be able to put together like $1 million course of like Tony's motivational speak. But it's like a cat having sex. Like you're never around. Well, it's like you know what happens, but you're never around with the camera when it's supposed to happen. It's like nobody's ever seen it.
Yeah, but
So-
the biggest feats of strength that I've ever witnessed has been off camera. It's
Yeah.
like those intimate
Yeah,
moments
exactly.
where none of that shit matters.
Exactly.
It's just like it's
Yeah.
right now, right here.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
you can't disturb that by going and doing, oh, no, let's set the lighting up a little bit different.
Exactly.
Get the microphones.
it
It's
don't
like, no,
work
we got
that
to
way.
retake that shot.
yeah.
It don't work that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But that is a definite. He's made, and I think ruined some lifts with his motivation. Thinking of, remember Douglas?
Yeah,
Doug
Dougie.
doesn't like hype, man.
getting
Doug doesn't like
overhyped, getting too hyped.
Fucking Doug.
But man, I'm trying to think when you first came back because we've gone over this before. But if you ever followed Tony, you have videos up of you lifting, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little
I
bit.
deleted a lot of them.
Did you really?
I started deleting a lot of them, man.
He's 300-pound log pressure, though, like
But
200 pounds.
that's all I got.
But that was
Claim
that was
to
within
fame.
the first couple months of training.
Yeah.
You spent like no time. You did some pin presses for your overhead, and then
Yeah.
you hit that, and then you're like, I'm going back to bodybuilding.
That was it.
That was it. You're
Well,
like, I
you
did
know,
what I could
and the
do.
reason why is because I just saw you guys winning and doing great at what you're good at, and I was like, I got to go back to what I'm good at. So I could,
you know you're lame to be in.
So it's like,
I don't know, man.
yeah, exactly. That was my lane,
I've been-
bodybuilding.
I think my first win was like 2 years ago. I've been doing this shit since 06. So I don't know that, you know what I mean? It's not like I picked the thing I was good at and then went ham. But yeah, if you've ever seen any videos of Tony lifting, you know that it's a spectacle. It is a sight to behold. And the first time, because it's about 3,000 square feet our place, and it's usually empty. And I just remember getting text from this guy's like, "Hey, I live out in Rancho. I want to come train." I'm like, "Yeah, stop by." And I think I was gone for lunch or something, and I came back, and I'm walking in the door, and I just hear, "Yeah, yeah." And I'm looking at your face in the wall squatting, and I'm like, what in tarnation is going on here? And then that was it. And it's like every time you start lifting, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on, everybody's like, oh shit, it's time to get some work done, guys.
Yeah. Change the whole
yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah.
That's the best compliment I can do. When you train, you change the whole dynamic in the weight room.
That's
And
one.
people like that, that's like, that's the biggest compliment I could give you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
You make
that,
everybody
man.
step it up a key just because they see how hard you're training.
And especially,
And it's like, okay, it's
especially given the nature of an environment and how it's an ecosystem that can kind of get disrupted, right? So everybody knows the people that kind of sap energy from a training crew. They're like cancer. And when you have this kind of consumer driven, like we're open to everybody type of like, I want to make money writing programs, so I'm going to take on everybody I can as a client. And then you end up with people, and it's that consumer dynamic where you have people paying to be an athlete for a day, but then the customer's always right. And then you get this dynamic where people show up expecting to get catered to. And to get a training environment these days it's actually real and actually driven by that type of principle motivation, that's very, very hard to do. So when you have somebody that's good at coming in and it's like they walk in ready to go, everybody's ears lower, they start getting to work. That's a fucking rare thing to have. Especially in the days of COVID with all these with all these, I don't even know how to label them. There's got to be a name for them.
We're in a gym and we don't have masks on, so
that tells you everything you need to know. We are not social distancing right now, and actually, it's very wet.
I got COVID tested not too long ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
How'd it come up?
Great. I'm negative.
After we shared a drink, I asked how'd it come up. He's like, "Oh, it's positive, by the way."
Yeah, no, it was negative.
Laura got tested.
I was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it was very.
I hear they stick the swab like all the way up your
both
nose.
nostrils, 15 seconds, just turning that thing.
Jesus
I was like, wow,
Christ.
Man.
Like you like just draw blood. Like,
yeah, it was fucking. That was not comfortable at all. I wouldn't do that again.
Did they tested you ever? Did they test you anything else?
That and the antibodies. I was negative on both.
They almost had to put his dogs down because his puppies is sick. Look at these things.
Puppies are sick.
Yeah. They need to get sicker.
Sicker.
Well, Laura's a huge hypochondriac, and I love her to death. But
that's Alex's fiance.
Yes, she's had COVID.
Team mom.
She's had COVID apparently since January. Because every 2 weeks, it's like, I swear I'm sick. I think I'm getting something. I think I'm getting it. I need to get tested. So finally, I almost snapped. I was like, just go get tested. Like, I can't deal with it anymore. She's like, no, I don't feel right. Like, my throat's burning, and it's like it's pain in my chest. And I'm like, those aren't COVID symptoms.
That sounds like my wife every day.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't feel right. I got a pain in my chest. I'm overwhelmed. Like,
it's the same line when you want to have sex and they don't. It's like the same list of symptoms. Babe, those symptoms are me wanting to have sex with you. That's
why you got to ask him. It was like before. It was like, because I have headaches. Like, don't you walk upstairs like, oh, are you okay? Do you have a headache? And if they say no, I was like, all right, let's have sex.
That's how you break the system, right there.
You got to ask them if they're stuck.
Who turns you down? You can't. You don't get turned down.
I
man.
do.
I do
Mom,
and I don't.
Can I use that?
Yeah, go for it. I just
knock yourself out.
Didn't want it.
Gotta refill.
All right.
My whole life has been rejection, Tony. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get excited about nothing anymore.
I'm with you. And I've been so accustomed to rejection that when I don't get rejected, it's like, holy shit. Yeah. Are you sure? I was expecting to get rejected. It's a good way to live.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's go down that rabbit hole.
Well, people, I mean,
have you been getting rejected?
I haven't been getting rejected recently.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no.
When you change your mindset after you turn 30, and it's like, hey, if I just expect the worst of every possible scenario, when good shit happens, you're just like,
well, you end up keeping it simple. Absolutely. Like at 30, 31, I'm 31 now, but everything is fucking simple now. When I was like in my 20s, it was like, I got to come up with the best fucking sales pitch. It's like, no, at 30, it's just.
And you got some good ones, though.
I used to have some good ones.
I remember some good ones. Yeah, you had some closing lines that I thought were very powerful.
Yeah, they never worked.
You could use them at Target, or you could use them to close a house, like just hard sell.
That's how I use. And see, that's the thing, and that's why when women get hit on, they should feel appreciative.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, yo, I went out my goddamn way. I woke up today just to go buy a box of cereal. Just happened to see you. I went out my way to put us both in an awkward spot, but. I did it just to introduce myself to you. How are you? Just don't fucking think your shit don't stink. Just, say, oh, okay. Notice that.
It's so awkward. Like, I think meeting people organically now, especially with a romantic connotation, you want to take a girl out, they don't expect it. They don't know how to fucking react. They're like, well, I was like, but I don't know you. I haven't been able to fucking screen your whole fucking profile off of online dating sites.
Which is stupid.
I know. It's like, but hey.
Because that's not even me.
I need to know all of the fake things you present about yourself before the rest of the world. Before.
Exactly.
Meeting people organically is just, it's, if you can, it's fun to see that attraction and stuff, but it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. Not at all.
Everybody's fucking face is buried in their phone, even at a bar.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's really taking an edge off things. I feel like we were probably, because we're all. Are you 30 yet, Tony?
31.
You're 31.
Yeah, I'm there. Man. It's over. It's over.
I'm 36. I think
you're 36, right?
What's your birthday? 37 in September.
Oh, there we go. So we're getting old here. But that's the range. I turned 34 in a couple months. So we're all. But we're probably like the last run up before like the whole dating dynamic probably shifted with the inclusion of social media. And I see that the way it controls everybody's behavior. God damn it.
Hurt.
Look at those donuts with the
donuts.
What I went from donuts to Rockstar to Jameson and ginger. Whiskey. But you know that this is gonna turn the way people behave. It's gonna control human evolution in the near future. People are going to adapt to work around the technology and not the other way around. So I almost wish I could drop back down here in like 200 years and just see what the landscape looks like, because I think it's going to be so foreign from anything we could think about. You see a little bit of it. I was seeing I think it was it Jim Jeffries did this like I don't know if it was a documentary. He did a bit where he went to Japan and he was talking about the crisis they're having because like young couples aren't like dating, marrying, or reproducing. No. So they have so many old people and very few young people because people just aren't reproducing. And he talked to all these young people, and it was a lot of what you think is kind of mirrored by social media. It was a lot of like the social awkwardness that comes from not wanting to be put out, not wanting to interact with people.
It's a guy's fault. Dudes say they don't want to be alpha.
No, they don't.
They don't want to be fucking alpha, bro.
You know, but it's
sissies.
It is. It's sad.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's when you interact with a lot of younger people, then it's disappointing.
It's like the advice I could give you to make you sexually viable would not survive today's climate. You know what I mean? Like that's it. It's like if you think of like the best concise advice you could give your son to be like, if you're looking for a mate, these are likely the things that are going to make you competitive out there, to make you attractive to other people. It's going to run very counter to a lot of the things that kind of exist in the norm right now. So it's interesting to see how people are going to kind of weasel their way into some like little pigeonhole where they're good enough to be sexually viable while also obeying all of these rules that kind of came in the last generation. It's very strange. That's why I'm happy I'm getting married. Like I'm done. I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, you're good, man.
I don't have to deal with it. Tony still has to deal with this shit, but I don't. Especially, God forbid, you start dating anybody younger, man. Oh, no, dude, you're gonna need a new dictionary. You're gonna have to learn new words.
They're all in anime and shit. It's like, I don't watch that shit.
You never watch anime?
Fuck no.
Bro, you never watched Dragon Ball Z?
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z.
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z and go leg press when I was like 14.
Man,
that was the best in the world.
You're fucking nerds.
I didn't watch
that
shit.
Watch any anime and stuff like that.
I didn't watch, but see, my dad never let us watch cartoons and shit.
Oh, okay.
We were too busy having to.
Okay, I want to talk to you about that. That's funny because I don't know if you probably haven't met Mark, Laura's mom's boyfriend. So Mark is a crack up because he looks like a 60-year-old white guy. He's kind of short, bald. He's from Louisiana. Mark swears up and down he's black, right?
Of course.
But I mean, he literally.
Are we all black now?
He literally.
Yeah, everybody's black now, man. Oh shit, that was good. I'm sorry.
When I say Mark swears he's black, like literally though, because he's Creole. So he sucks. He's like literally says Negro on my birth certificate. Literally, he's like, because he's bald. He's like, no, my hair grows out. It grows out kinky, and he has. His skin's like Mike's, I guess,
he's
a little
not
bit.
Creole. He's
but
half
he looks
Puerto
like,
Rican, half black.
Yeah. But he was talking. He talks a lot about, because he grew up in Louisiana, grew up in the South. Talks about how his dad was real hard and how it's like so different from how, especially in fucking Southern California.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole different upbringing. But he says the same thing. He's like, man, my dad never let us watch any of that shit. He's like cartoons. He's like, if you're gonna watch something, you're gonna watch sports. You're gonna watch nothing, and that was it. And I'm like shedding a tear because my entire childhood was like Saturday morning cartoons and like.
Yeah, but look at you.
Did you guys have cable growing up though?
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah.
We didn't.
Fuck
so
yeah.
Channels 2 through 13. And like channel 56.
That's all you need.
I literally went away to college, and my fucking parents got cable. I shit you not.
They're like, now
okay,
we can.
All right, yeah.
They didn't want you watching the scrambled porn. That's why.
No, I had plenty of my own.
So your dad had like a similar idea.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like he didn't want to soften you up.
Oh, we were too scared to turn on the TV. There was a TV in every room of the house, but we were just too scared to even touch it.
Thing?
It's just because it'd be like,
you
what are you doing?
Click the dial, you'd hear it. You'd be like, what are you doing?
Go get your backpack. Let me go through it. Let me check your homework. Why are you watching? It'd just be game over. So it wasn't even worth it, man.
That's funny.
It just was just we were too scared to do anything in that fucking house. But we didn't watch cartoons mainly because Saturday mornings he'd wake us up and we go jog. We go jog and we go work out. So we missed the fucking cartoons. We'd be working out somewhere at a park, running miles and shit, and then coming back home. We had chores, and then we'd eat breakfast together. It was just real structure, real militant. That's just how it was.
Yeah, you talked a lot about the role in your dad's like kind of authoritarian, strict style, because your father, he's a police officer, right?
Yeah, and military, and then like my mom was that way too, but she was way nicer. But that's one thing they liked was like, just how structured our life was.
So your mom would kind of lean that way too.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh shit! So there was no good cop, bad cop.
There wasn't no good cop, bad cop, but
it's like bad cop.
If you didn't want to go run on a Saturday, my mom would be like, okay, like let the kids have a break, let the guy eat a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, fuck no, like hell no, like get your ass up and go run. So it'd be game over.
See, everybody else gets an eating disorder. Tony turns into a bodybuilder. Right?
That's it, with an eating disorder. It's just under control. Yeah. It's just under control.
Dude, that's not how my life was growing up, though. My dad was naked at the kitchen table reading the LA Times.
I hear you carry on that tradition.
Anyway.
That's cool, though, but sometimes I wish my dad was like that.
And he'd maybe come in there and talk to me and stuff like that. This is what you're going to do today, as he's naked reading the paper at the kitchen table. And just, telling me what I'm going to do, and then just, all right, well,
Now go do it.
Yeah.
So how do you like kind of relate to that now? You think, do you think the advice he had for you was solid, or do you think because it sounds like he was kind of hands off?
No, he's very hands off, but he delineated very well, if that makes sense.
Okay.
He handled the scenarios like that. I do the same shit in my day to day. It's just putting out fires all day and fixing problems for other people.
Exactly.
So I can make some fucking money.
And that's the key to management is being able to defer, the responsibility to other people.
You got to let people do their job. These kids, they need a fucking instruction manual for everything they do, and it's like, do the fucking job.
And see, that's how my dad was. So you got used to just jumping when he said jump.
Uh-huh.
Do this when that's either a good idea or a bad idea, but don't have an imagination. You're either on or you're off. Right? So you get like that, but it breaks your fucking confidence.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, you're like, can I go off and get a cell phone by myself, or do I need to ask dad?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I go, you know what I mean? Right. So that shit it'll fuck you up.
It's a fine line with raising kids. Because they need the structure early on. Kids left to themselves don't know what the fuck they're doing. But there's that point where it's like autonomy has to build, and they got to feel confident enough.
You got to be like, I'm not a dad or a mom or whatever, but I feel like you got to be like bumpers at a bowling alley. Like, let the motherfuckers throw the ball.
That's a good
if
analogy.
they happen to get outside the line, you bump them right back in.
Exactly.
But you can't tell the motherfucker what to do, how to do it, when to do it, because he's got a brain of his own, he's got a mind of his own. You got to let him evolve in that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a really good analogy.
No,
Yeah,
it is.
I like that.
Because
they both get real toxic. Everybody knows the parents that don't put the bumpers up at all. We've experienced that in my family, and it was like, this is what happens when your teenagers just go do whatever without consequences, and it gets bad. It gets you dig yourself in a hole, you learn bad habits, you end up as an adult without any sense of what structure and order looks like. But on the other hand, God, when you smother your fucking kids, you try to it's like you're white knuckling the steering wheel, trying to control every little twist and turn.
Yeah.
I've got a 7-year-old, and I've never hit her, but like, I remember my older brother was the authoritarian. He's 10 years older than me. If I fucked up, my dad wasn't called, my brother was. And I just remember going to school a couple times with a big knot on my cheek or a black eye. They're like, what happened? I was like, I messed up.
Yeah.
But I understand. I don't regret that or say that. I was like 15, 16 years old. But that's how my brother took care of it. And that's, I feel like some of these kids have never been fucking hit.
And that's a problem.
And that's like, if they realize it,
that's
like,
a problem.
this is what's going to happen to you. It's just different.
Some
of these kids, I feel like everybody should be in at least one or two good fights in their life, because that shapes you as a fucking person, because you don't forget that shit. Nobody ever forgets getting their ass beat the first time, or well.
And that's what separates person-to-person interaction. That's where civility comes in from this remote, like semi-anonymous social media interaction, because there is no immediate threat of consequences if you overstep the line, where every time you communicate, I think Jordan Peterson had a bit about the way men communicate with each other is subtly different than women, because with men there's always this immediate subtext of violence.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's not just like, oh, you're at a bar and somebody bumps you and you get loud. I mean, like, every time you're negotiating with another male, there's this very like
it could escalate.
There's this very primitive thing in the back of your head that it's like, as we posture, we're baboons. Fuck, we watched the baboons yesterday at the San Diego County Zoo, and you watch them like go in and posture up and open their mouths and show their fangs, and it's like, you watch two dudes like trying to negotiate buying a car. It's like you're gonna see a lot of the same mannerisms. It's still subtly in the back of your head, but there's this very real thing that shapes how you talk to people, how respectful your language is, how much you care about whether or not they do or don't like what you say, and all of that gets framed by the fact that you're physically right next to this person that can impact you, and that just goes away. It's another reason, I mean, take it back to the social media thing. It's so fucking devastating right now, I think, what it's doing to the way people talk, the way ideas get shared.
It's atrocious. It's the ideas that hear coming out of these kids' mouths. Is like, yeah, no fucking clue. And you see them, and then they want to get out there and do something, and you see them protesting, and I'm like, that kid get blown over with a stiff wind. These kids are just not.
But they don't know why they're out there.
They have no idea,
and that's the thing.
This just allows them to be a part of something.
It allows them to be a part of something. It allows them to post something. It allows them to get attention. But they don't know what they're standing up for.
And that's a real tragedy, because you would think that with all of the attention, it's like these monumental movements take so much effort. They take a perfect circumstance, and for it to actually happen, and then there's just this complete lack of organization. It's like you said, it's just kids. I think when everybody gets in their teens and 20s, it's why they're all college students. They want something to fight against.
They want to be fucking
students
their whole life.
Yeah, you remember when you turned 33, how likely were you to get up and go fight the system? At that point, you got miles on your body, your bones hurt, you got bills to pay, and you're like, well, someone else will take care of it. But when you're full of piss and vinegar and you're just mad at everything, you want something to fight against. And when you see your
it's a waste of energy.
You just want to. It's right. So it's like it should be funneled towards a singular cause, but you see everything's. I heard this thing. There was this article I clicked on. So there was this. God, where was this? It was wherever Breonna Taylor was killed. I forget what state that was in.
That was it Georgia?
It was somewhere in the south.
Yeah, in her apartment, or it was either Alabama. I think it was either Georgia or Alabama. One of them. But
don't
that was
us
unfortunate.
On our ignorance
we're very ignorant.
But I remember I was reading this article, and it was so there was a shooting because there was a group of armed black militia, and they called themselves
Black Panthers.
No, they called themselves the We're Not Fucking Around Brigade or something
like that.
Yeah,
we can talk about this, but before every picture I saw, they all had AR-15s converted to 22 LR, which is like. Really? And half of them, their gun mechanics were so bad.
Okay. I was going to say for
I'm not an expert, but you can tell
you know more than we do.
These guys did not know what they're doing.
They're gun hobbyists.
But no, they will. It was just silly. Which, I mean, hey, they look the part. They scare your average person. They're scary as shit. It's like, that guy's got a fucking 22 rifle in his arms. It's just, you see through that.
But I remember that, so I read through the article. They were coming out. Then there was this other, I don't know what organized the other militia, if it was a white militia or if it was a conservative militia. I don't know what their singular unifying factor was. But there was this other militia that was protecting or something. But then they were all separate from Black Lives Matter. So you ended up with 3 different groups that were all kind of counter to each other in some way. It was very strange. And it's where are we going here, guys?
No, it's stupid.
Does somebody have a bill to propose? Does somebody have some legislation we can enact? I mean, where are we going?
No, it's most of these groups are lining up there. The only ones that are, if you see the 3%ers, most of them are.
I think that's what it was. It was the 3%ers. That's right. Which I don't know anything about.
The majority of those guys are all ex-military. I would say literally all of it, or police or law enforcement, things like that.
Is that right?
Yeah, they don't fuck around. But it's terrible that they don't recognize this as an act of domestic terror in Portland.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Because I've seen a lot of people give their 2 cents on the feds black bagging people.
Dude, I look at it as my perspective. I'm a small business owner. I got 13 employees to take care of every month. They all got families. I got to try to keep them working. PPP money only lasts so long, and I can imagine. I put myself in that situation. Let's say I own a store within that area. Yeah. I'm just how frustrated would I be? It's what are you? You don't want police. You don't want immigration, but yet what's going to happen when they're gone right now? Who's going to? It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's just it's not good. It's not good. They're just I won't touch too much on it, but I think I just look at it. It's what if I'm going to lose everything I own or have based on these people right here? It's just not fair.
Yeah. And I can see that point. And then especially when you tie it to what's the likelihood that this movement is as effective as it wants to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I always think about that when people are swinging their fists, but it isn't organized and it's not directed. Mm-hmm. Again, the big tragedy being that you have all this energy that gets kind of just dissipates because it's not focused anywhere. And in the meantime, you have all this chaos pandemonium. I saw somebody post kind of an interesting idea because you got a lot of people that are kind of unified over this idea because they think it's an infringement on I don't know, it's like a violation of the sovereignty of states, right? The federal government overreaching and going in and doing the jobs that the governor should be doing. And somebody said something along the lines of the actual process should be, the governors of the state rule and they decide what goes on. And then if it ends up badly, then it's the job of the people to vote new people. And basically thinking this whole process should just burn itself out and then people solve it through voting the next time around, as opposed to the government overreaching and coming in. Basically, they looked at it as like a slippery slope. Well, if the government comes over this, what else can they come in and be authoritarian over? And it's like the slippery slope argument for that. It's like, I feel like people kind of waffle on what they choose to get scared about. It's like you can be scared that the government ends up overreaching on something like that. I get kind of scared that a mob of angry people can take over a police precinct and literally nothing happens. And we rely, and somebody said something along the lines of like, it's not inherently the job. I got to check this and check the validity of it. Basically saying like it's not inherently the job of the government, like they're not actually bound to protect life and liberty or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
through the Supreme Court.
Yeah. So I saw something like that, basically saying, and that kind of makes the federal government not obligated to come in and act the way they did.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if that's the case, then how can you be mad at the federal government over, let's say, disaster relief? How can you? It's like, what does the government do if it doesn't do that? And
there's so many layers, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you're a small government guy. Yeah, right. I mean, I have kind of a centrist idea. I see a lot of things on all sides, but I tend to lean limited government. But it's like, if the government should exist for anything, making sure that there isn't mass pandemonium seems like one of them. Like arson. Like, I don't care if you call it protesting. Arson's arson. If you've never been to a burn ward, like, there's a reason arson is such a bad crime. It's like, you think you're just destroying property. Fires are not. It's not a surgical instrument. It spreads. It kills people in the most inhumane way possible. So I feel like people like to look at the situation through rose-colored glasses. Anyways, it's a mess. It's a fucking mess right now. And I'm not gonna lie, for whatever it was, like when you see a van pull up and yank a protester off,
it's scary shit.
It's like, you're like, okay, it is scary. And I'm like, you're looking at that, and I'm like, okay, is this really the Gestapo right now? And then you're looking at the city around burning, and then you look at somebody get taken off the street in a way that isn't going to cause further panic, and then release a couple hours later, and you're like,
that's it.
Like, no, that's really not the Gestapo. Like, no. really. Anyways,
no, they're not.
That's my rant on that.
I get it.
And they didn't get taken anywhere. I got really, like, a lot of the protesters, and when that shit was happening, they'd get taken. They got a citation. They got a fine. And they were just forced to walk back to wherever they parked.
And that's I look
they
at
just
it. They're
drove them far off.
They're diffusing the whole.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing people are missing. People keep saying, "Oh, they're coming in unmarked cars," and I'm like, "Yeah, undercover police is a thing.
Yeah.
That's not like that. It just is. It's like they're not. People think like, oh, if you're a cop, you have to tell me.
It's
like,
National Guard. They're probably running from Enterprise.
Exactly.
Been doing that a long time.
But what we know, when you have that environment, what happens when police roll up, start arresting people? People get killed.
In Heights fine.
Yes, so instead of looking at it as like, well, they're trying to detain people who have been committing crimes in a way that's not going to further perpetuate violence. It's not because they're trying to terrorize people. It's not like anyways, it's like, if you're inclined, you can make anything seem like anything. So when people try to make it seem like, well, this is like an Eastern European totalitarian regime that's cracking down, it's like, how much shit has to burn down before the government does anything at all? It's just a very weird spot to be in.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't right now, and it's a really sad scenario for them.
To an extent, they let a lot of that shit happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. It's a lot of we're in the situation because we let it grow so far.
Yeah.
Which is, and politicians, they're not managers. We don't elect them because we think they're going to be good. We elect them because they like them and they campaign well. They don't want to do anything that looks unpopular, so they'll let it go. Like, I don't want to put my hands on that.
Well,
and then
everybody wants to be an Indian right now. Nobody wants to be the chief. It's like they don't want to take responsibility for anything.
Exactly, because God forbid you actually have to be held accountable. So.
Is that political incorrect for me to say Indians and Chiefs right now? It's like, it's the Washington football team.
Yeah, that.
They say call them the Washington Rednecks, and the guys are like, yeah, that's awesome. That's
they want. The sad thing about all of that is they're going to erase so much shit because they think it offends people. They're going to end up erasing history.
I know.
Like, you're just going to get rid of fucking history. And
everything
there's
that makes
not
you
going
feel
to be
uncomfortable, you don't have to read that.
Right, but there's not going to be anything to look back on. It's going to be like, you know what? Let's not teach it in schools because we don't want to offend nobody. So there's not going to be culture anywhere.
Exactly.
It's just going to be a bland America. It's just going to be bland as fuck because everybody doesn't want to everybody's offended by something, or they don't want to offend something. Everything has to be politically correct, and you're just going to erase yourself and your ancestors and everybody you're standing up for out the history books.
Absolutely.
If your premise is that the people you have that kind of make up the history of your culture have to live up to this kind of like artificial Jesus-like standard, and that's true anywhere. You're not going to have anybody you can look up to. I get the hero worship thing, because we grew up thinking founding fathers were flawless, right? You end up looking backwards with this like very filtered view of your country and how things are, and then you get into college and you're like, oh wow, a lot of fucked up shit happened.
I know.
It's just like, fuck, you might think your dad was amazing growing up. Then you grew up and you're like, fuck, he cheated on mom every goddamn day.
Like real life.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. But that's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in.
And I think
but he kept food on the table.
Right? See, glass is half full.
That's what it is, man.
Tell everybody. Yeah. But the idea of like hero worship, it's like, I don't think the point of heroes is to treat them like they're saints. I think the point of, if somebody did something that led to a positive outcome, I think you can acknowledge that while also in the context of whatever flaws or whatever other evils that were present around the period happened. It's like, I don't think you have to wipe things out. But also, this is the thing that pisses me off. And again, it goes back to how you funnel energy to get a change. It's distraction. Take down every monument, take down everything you don't like, switch out every word that makes you uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, did you bring anybody over to your side? Did you implement some new way of doing things and now gets you a better result? It's just easy, simple, low-hanging fruit that doesn't do a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
I never watched ESPN, but I saw a clip about, is that guy Skip?
Skip Bayless?
Skip Bayless. Yeah. But
him and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, and I think that's who he was talking to.
Yeah,
the guy's angry, right, going on, and they're talking about the Black National Anthem. And the guy
is the Black. Do you know it?
I don't know it.
Bro.
I know. I'm so mad. We had one. I didn't even know we had one. Yeah, I fucked up, man. I'm sorry.
2 black points.
Edit this out. Edit this out. Damn it! I should have looked that up before I got here.
But he's mad. He's going off, and this is a guy that very clearly thinks there's got to be a lot of changes. There's a lot of inequities, whatever. But he's furious, but for an entirely different reason. You have people that are mad. It's like, oh well, we're supposed to be unified on the flag, whatever. He's like, nobody fucking asked for this. He's like, we're trying to get rid of police brutality. He's like, what does this do? This doesn't do anything. The corporate assholes, the fucking billionaires that own football teams can say, well, we did our part.
Hey, we gave you fucking
Amazon. Stupid.
Amazon's like, well, we put black stories at the top for a couple
NBA,
months,
right? NBA's got Black Lives Matter on the paint. Netflix has a whole Black Lives Matter category now.
And the people that run those companies that are absolutely goddamn billionaires didn't have to actually lift a finger to do anything that might actually end up with a good result.
Yeah,
it was just the most. It's like, put on your pin for cancer awareness.
Side note. If you had to pick one rap song to be the real Black National Anthem.
Oh shit, man, that's hard.
Just one existing song. You can't write something new.
Black Superman. Above the Law. Maybe. Or Public Enemy. Public Enemy. What's that song? God damn it.
Bring the Noise?
Not Bring the Noise.
Think about that. I'm going to make sure this camera's still on.
Oh, no shit, huh?
God help us.
It was like the theme song in End of Watch.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That movie's good, too.
Yeah.
I just saw it for the first time.
Yeah, I'm buzzing now, so I don't know the title of it.
That's
a good song.
So, I will say this about COVID. I've done way more drugs in the last 4 months than I've ever done in my life.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording. I usually have this problem where I plug it in right here and I don't plug it in all the way, so I'll have 2 hours of recording and no audio.
Oh my gosh.
And I have to go back and do it again. I need a crew, man. I wish I got Louise before.
Fuck Louise! Oh damn it! What? God damn! I'm tired of Listen, this is the problem that I have. This is the problem that I have, and I'm sorry. He's gonna watch this, but no, it's to everybody, and it's for. And you know what? Cameron was in here the other day. And I didn't say hi to Cameron. And I could tell he was pissed off. Like, what the fuck's wrong with Tony? You know? And I didn't say hi to him on purpose. It's just like, dude, fuck, man. Train to get somewhere. Train to get somewhere. You got yes, you're 20-something, Cameron, you're 20-something years old, and like in life, you know, career-wise, you got a lot of time to be with everything you want. You're a baby. But in the sport of strength, you got this much time, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
This much goddamn time. That's why I didn't say hi to that motherfucker when he was in the gym the other day, and I know I pissed him off.
Was he dicking around?
He was just dicking around. He was looking at me, waiting to say hi, and I didn't say shit. I kept giving him dirty looks because it's like, you got this much time to be the best motherfucker that you can be and what you want to do. Like, you go to night, every night you go to bed and you dream of being the strongest guy in the world, whatever. And then every day you come in here, you got the opportunity to do that. Like, why fucking blow it by saying hi to goddamn Tony or hi to anybody else in this motherfucker? Come in here, get your shit done, and get the fuck out, okay? Because you're not the strongest motherfucker yet, so that should piss you off. All right, so don't come in here smiling. Same with fucking Luis, okay? Luis, motherfucker, if you take one more fucking Zoom picture and trying to hike up your shoulder, you don't got shoulders yet. You don't have shoulders yet, goddammit. You can. You can have shoulders if you put your fucking camera down and you fucking start eating the right way and you start training the right way. You can have some ridiculous shoulders and you can be the motherfucker you want to be. But trying to fucking create the motherfucker you want to be without putting in the real work, fuck you, dude.
There we go. That's what I'm
No, I hate it.
Poor Cameron, man.
Fucking,
he's
God
looking up
damn
at,
it.
poor Cameron's looking up at Tony like he's dad, and Tony just put his face in the mud, and the cycle just repeats.
Just like, don't
the
fucking
cycle
talk to me.
Dude, it's like, that's one thing that irks me. Is when I walk in the gym and a motherfucker smiles at me, or it's like, hey,
But
like,
that's every time I see you.
yeah, but you can do that. You can do that. All right, but
Yeah, you tell them 900 pounds.
yeah, you got 850. You deadlifting 900 pounds. Like, you know who you are.
yeah.
But it's like
They're not there yet.
yeah, you know, you own your own business. You're not trying to be strong. You're there. But it's like the ones that, you know, I was talking to a buddy the other day. And we were talking about where we would be at in our bodybuilding career if we didn't stop. And I stopped, you know, the day that one of my trainers passed away, March 2013. She died. After that, I never fucking fucked with bodybuilding again. So him and I were talking, and I was like, man, you know, if I never stopped that day that she died, if I just pursued, I carried on, I'd for sure be a pro right now. Absolutely be a pro right now, you know? And it's like, and I was looking back at it, and I thought, and it's like, dude, you only have so much time to be what you want to be when it comes to your dreams.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a couple years ago when Salter's wife was doing Worlds or Nationals, and she was like tired or whatever, and he told her, he said, look, you're only going to be this strong about like once a year in your life. Like, just fucking do it and get it over with and look back on it and be happy with it.
Amen.
And I carry that now.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the time, you know, when I was young, she died, I was like, that's it, fuck it, I'm done with bodybuilding. But that's how I look at Cameron and a lot of these young guys that come in and try to talk and have conversations like they're there. And it's like, you're not there. Like, you should be pissed off every day that you clock into your job and you're not where you want to fucking be. You know? Like, fuck a PR. Like, a personal record is, you're always going to have, that's progress. A personal record is fucking progress. It's like, I lifted 5 pounds last week. Today, next week, I lift 10 pounds. That's just fucking progress. Did you win anything? Did you get anything? Did you get a title? Did you win the show that's a goddamn personal record. I don't even know when personal records came out. It's like, yo, we got to give these losers something. We got to give these losers something to attain because they can't attain greatness. Well, throw out personal records. Tell them if they lift more than they lived last week, that's an accomplishment. That's not an accomplishment. You're a competitive motherfucker. An accomplishment would be winning, motherfucker, training your ass off, being 16 weeks, not fucking with nobody, coming in here, getting your shit done, eating your fucking food, going to bed at the time that you got to go to bed, get your 8 hours of sleep, get the fuck up, and go compete and win. Then you look back on that shit and you're like, fuck, man, I'm a goddamn beast. Now, that's a fucking personal record. But that shit pisses me off when I see them in here, and it's like, you're so young, you're so full of talent. That's why I used to hate Doug Marlowe when him and Abe used to drink beers and pause 500 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like, you think fuck. You think Larry Wills is doing that shit? Larry Wills is taking 500 pounds for 20 and getting better than you. You stupid fuck. You want to impress me? You want to, like, for what? I don't care about that shit. It's a waste of talent. Use your talent, use your strength, and go be something great. You know, that's why nobody respected you. It's because you're like, yo, you have all this strength and you're wasting it to run around looking like Randy Savage in the goddamn gym, Macho Man. It's like, no, get in there and be something. And then you get the respect like, yo, I want to train like Doug. That dude is just making now he's on. But your prime was when you and Abe were coming in with your thumbs up your ass, fucking being dicks. Yeah. That's when I couldn't stand you. I was like, fuck, he's just throwing his shit away.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that with Cameron. Like, you got this much time in bodybuilding, powerlifting, and strongman. This is how much time you got to be the greatest motherfucker you can be, and blowing it.
Think about where Doug would be right now,
Holy
right? If it wasn't
shit.
for those years.
Well, just the training injuries. He had some questionable coaching and stuff like that. And, Joe always did his best with him. And it seems like you and Joe have been the best coaches he's had for programming and stuff that really have gotten progress.
Yeah.
And you know what it is like, I love Doug. He needs a presence there. And Doug thrives off of positive reinforcement.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Oh, he's on now. He's on now.
And I love being there to be a presence for him. It's just, I get it. I love having somebody in the gym with me that's, pushing me or likes me or happy to see me there.
Yeah.
And just that positivity, I think, in the atmosphere has helped him a ton. But yeah, you scale them back to where it's, hey, you don't have to fucking PR every week. It's not the way it fucking works. And I see a lot of these guys training like maximally, hey, fucking, and it's like, you're gonna get fucking hurt. You can't do that shit every day.
Literally, I haven't written a single thing out for Doug. I'm in my office most of the day. Most of my day is me staying in the office and hoping people don't bother me. And then Doug comes in, he's like, hey, I'm thinking of taking 655 for a top triple or whatever. And then I'm there saying, okay, what'd you do last time? Okay, how long has it been? Do you think you're recovered? Do you think that's going to fuck up your next workout?
Yeah.
And he works through the process. He's like, okay, well, I'll back off today. And it's literally been that. And it's like, just space your recovery apart. Don't try to force a square peg in a round hole.
No, I know.
Because fatigue is fatigue. It doesn't matter how many stimulants you take. It doesn't matter how much fucking whiskey you take right before you deadlift.
Still got to rest.
You need your body to be fresh to pull big shit and to not blow apart at the seams. And since he's been doing that, it's just been incremental. And this is the strongest I've seen him. Probably the last time he was this strong was probably at Joe's place, probably two and a half years ago. So he's on his way back, and he's healthy. He hasn't had an injury in months, which for him, I remember there was a 3-month run where he went like quad, glute, hamstring, tear.
Yeah.
And,
but that's because how you live your life outside of how you train.
Yeah.
No, Doug's going to be a real force if he keeps.
Dude, he's so much talent, so much.
Oh God!
I heard it. I've never met his mom.
He's built for the shit.
I've never met his mom, but people talk about his mom.
Yolanda's awesome.
Yeah, but I hear that she just like came in.
What's his mom's name? Is it Yolanda?
Yes, Yolanda.
It is Yolanda, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
But I heard that she came in, she's middle-aged and hadn't been working out.
Strong as shit.
And within no time, she was deadlifting like 400 pounds.
Yeah, it is insane. No, his mom is fantastic.
He said she was an Olympic athlete. Do you remember what sport?
Sometimes. She was a very good athlete, though. You could tell she just got...
That just explains a lot, that the stock...
Yeah. No, that back, she's got that big, strong back.
Mm-hmm. I never thought I'd say this. I'm fucking happy Doug's here.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah, I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. He's flipped such a 180.
I come in here a couple days a week, and it's like, I'm so tired and beat up, man, with just everything going on.
Yeah.
And trying to get in here and get a decent lift in. And no, Doug always makes me happy to see him. It's besides all your new members.
Fuck them.
We got to talk about the
fucking... Oh, goddamn. If you joined this gym in the last couple months, except for Devin, fuck you. Oh, man, no. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I came in here yesterday, and there was some fucking goomba, dude. I walk in, he's fucking playing a podcast on the speaker. Just slow talking. It's like 100 degrees in here, and you're listening to a podcast. He's like doing one set of everything, man. He had this thing stacked. I took his plates off on purpose.
I gotta look at the camera.
Look at him. Oh my God!
I just want to see the screen. See if you can screenshot the look of hatred.
Well, I need to swap these. I need to get those cameras where I can like facial recognition. I can zoom in. I can make it out like down to the wrinkles in their face because these cameras are good, but they're cheap. But I need to be able to like screenshot somebody's face, blow it up to poster size, and
We
have it
give
just
these
be
motherfuckers
high
too
def.
much confidence.
So and now I'm going back. Like this is how I'm sharpening my saw with like parental strategies when I have kids. My gym members are my guinea pigs because it's like, how much freedom do we give them? Because we have the speaker, and the gym is usually like this. There's only a couple people in here, if anybody at all. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to come in and throw your music on, like have at it. But people, I'll come in early in the morning. This kid was playing like lo-fi. It sounds like the fucking Sneaker Pimps from like the mid '90s. You know what I mean? And I'll come in and people will be having like a podcast. That doesn't surprise me at all. You know, you come in and somebody's watching like fucking, I don't know, the CNN on the TV or whatever. People use it just to kind of fuel whatever entertainment itch they need. And it's like, how do I keep this a training environment? I want to say so that people get better, but realistically, and I think
you have to collect the money, man.
Well, I think this also applies to parents.
Yeah,
I think this also applies to parents though, because it's like I want standards, but I don't want more work for myself. You know what I mean? How hard am I supposed to work to make sure everybody reaches the standard? And it's like eventually I'd like to make enough money where I can afford to have 10 members, and I can be like, this is what you're gonna do, and if you don't do it, go the fuck somewhere else.
If I was a gym owner and somebody said that they trained out of my gym, I would expect the other person to be like, oh, you're serious.
Yeah.
You're a serious motherfucker. You train there, you're a serious motherfucker. But how much money do you actually make with those type of people? You know, you need those idiots. I'm just a member that happens to be a good friend of his. I have no influence on anything, so like, don't take it from me.
I'm just a member.
I hate all of you. Everybody
besides
Devin.
We can say that as members.
Yeah, besides Devin, like the kid with the Callan Von Mager shirt. Fuck, man. But it's like, yo, he has a good squat. Everybody has a good squat at 185. Like everybody's gonna make 185, 225 look like a feather. Like, come on. Like Salter's daughter can probably squat more than that. It's like, oh, he's gonna have a great squat. You don't know what the fuck your great squat is until you actually have a goddamn great squat. We give these little shits too much confidence today, man.
Well, I hope that we have an influence that puts them towards a more serious or at least more productive training path. And it's not just...
A little girl came up to me the other day at the gym. She's fine as a motherfucker.
Oh, here we go.
But
hey, Tony's
Tony's drunk. She came up to me, right? And she asked if I trained, because I gave her some advice. She just won a bodybuilding show in Vegas. She won her first show. I think she's going to get a pro card easy. She has great genetics. Her and her boyfriend, they're cool. They're awesome. I want to train her boyfriend. He wants to do classics, so I've been helping him out. So she comes up to me. She's like, "Do you coach people?" And I said, "I do, but but there's a criteria." And she's like, "Well, what is it?" So I told her straight up. I said, "Listen, if you come up to me and you just want coaching, I'm probably going to just pass you off. But if you tell me, Tony, yesterday I put a gun to my head, I pulled the trigger, and that shit jammed. It didn't work. And here I am alive today. I don't know what to do with my life. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to change your fucking life." I was like, "Is that you?" And she was like, "No."
Nah, bro, you're crazy.
I was like, all right, then keep doing whatever you're doing. You'll be all right.
You're gonna try that line. You're gonna try that line half 100 times, and then somebody's gonna be like, "Yeah," and they're gonna make a fucking movie about it.
They're gonna start crying and look at you, and you're like, "Oh fuck, you really did. I'm sorry."
That's the part they leave out of the inspirational movies. It's like the other 30 times you have to tell somebody that, where they're like, "No, that's not me, bro. Like you're on some weird shit right now." But it's the one time they say yes, and then next thing you know, it's
game over.
It's like this is how we won that Olympic medal.
Yeah, it's game over after that.
That's funny. No, but you have to. If you're passionate about it and you're good at what you do, the water is limited. You know what I mean? Resources are limited. You can't give it away to everybody. And there's people that will happily take it all from you without putting any skin in the game, without any intention of actually applying it seriously. They'll waste your fucking time, and you get to a point where you realize it's like it's not worth it for me to stretch myself because you think it's cool to pick up an empty keg and do a couple laps. Like, you know what I mean? That drive. And this is something that I've realized lately too. I have a lot more in common with a fucking rock climber that dedicates themselves over a lot of years to steadily get better because they enjoy it, but also they like the process of chipping away more than I have with somebody else who does strongman who thinks it's neat to just swap an axle for their barbell on all their main gym lifts. Like, Like there's a difference there. And that's one of the things that bothers me about the environment now. How have you noticed the strongman culture, Mike, since you've been in? Because you've been competing for what, like 4 or 5 years?
4 years.
I'm surprised you're pro already.
I know, dude. I should have been pro last year. There's a lot of bullshit.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
It's all right. No, I'm drunk too. But yeah, no, I should be. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you have the tools.
I got the tools. Oh, the tools are in the box. It's just putting it together and not being hurt. And unfortunately, I have a lot of free time, but at the same time, I run my own small business. So that's a big deal. But what I've noticed in the 4 years is the novice class, and it's like I think it's cool, but I think there should just be novice shows, not a novice class.
Thank you.
I don't.
Why would you sign up for anything to be novice?
Yeah, and it's okay, in my opinion, to zero. Like, just get in there and compete. If you zero every fucking lift, you tried. You're in the big boy class. There's no, you don't need a participation trophy. And, guys doing 20 reps on something a novice, so it's like, okay, you probably could have done at least one rep of the competition weight. I don't know.
The first contest I did here, which was, it was an embarrassing contest. We had like 22 people show up. I think everybody had a good time, but we did it in front of like the massage parlor that's like in front of us, right? So we had a very narrow strip of parking lot. I don't even think I had trophies for it, and it wasn't a huge turnout, but I had a novice class, and I remember there was this guy that wanted to do the novice division.
Mike Gonzalez.
No, this guy actually traveled to come here.
He's flipping me off right now.
And he's telling me all this gym lifts, and I'm like, you can easily do the open. We need more people in this, or it was a weight class. I'm like, we need more people in this class. You can easily do these numbers. There's not a lot of people here. And I got him to sign up, and then he came back, and he's like, no, I want to do the novice. And he ended up blowing over everybody. He did it was a deadlift for reps. He ended up getting like 20 reps. It was like everything was just a smoke show. He went in and set the bar for himself so that everything would be easy. And I think that's a really strong predictor of how long somebody's going to last. Scott Bringle's been saying this in my fucking ear since I met him fucking 15 years ago, which people are going to come in, start training, and they're going to be gone. They're going to be a fart in the wind in 2 years, and you're never going to hear from them again. But in the meantime, they're going to leave their den as far as taking up resources, and that's how it is. And you see this.
Novices.
So it goes back to this consumer culture. People want to feel like an athlete for a day. They don't want to break themselves.
Exactly.
Because there isn't a long-term approach. It's not a long-term thing. It's a what pin can I put on my sleeve right now that this is what I do while it's kind of popular. And I think that's detrimental to the people that do want to take it seriously and grow. Martial arts would never run itself like this.
No, it doesn't
right?
do that.
Oh, you would just have a complete dissolution.
It sucks to say this, but I feel it almost cheapens some of the contests.
It does, and I think it would be fine as long as there was a clear differentiation, like let's say a belt system or something that said based on how appropriate it is for you to be competing here or there.
Yeah.
But the fact is that amateur strongman is amateur. It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody can sign up. So now it's like amateur plus amateur, but also if you haven't been lifting very long. To which it's like if you haven't been lifting very long, why are you signing up for contests? Mm-hmm. I was lifting for probably 8 years before I did my first open show. I was 19, and literally first time touching a tire, touching a stone, touching a log, touching a farmer's walk. First time pulling a truck, we pulled an RV. First time doing all of those was when the ref said go. And I placed mid-pack. I think I zeroed one thing.
That's okay.
But you know what I mean? It's like, and that thing, every year, this is what got me, because I started off as a good overhead presser. I have short arms. I substituted overhead pressing for benching. I went 3 years. I didn't bench press. I just overhead press. Overhead press got very good. I played in my strength, right? So I'd win the first event. It's always overhead, and then I would just circle the drain after that. But my worst event was always the deadlift. The California Strongest Man, when they had it at Fresno State University.
Not anymore.
At California State University, I zeroed the deadlift 3 years in a row. It was always a car deadlift. It was always heavy, and I always fucking zeroed it. And that was what stuck in my brain every single fucking time. And that has been the last 10 years is like, that's the thing that needs to fucking come up. That's what's holding me back. That's why I can't hang. And it's like, if you don't have those things that eat at you, if you've never printed off the score sheet and just like stared at it, like if I made up 3 seconds here,
dude, that's.
I'll straight sit there with a pencil and I'll add up the points if it went a slightly different way. Assuming everybody does as good as they possibly can do, what could I have done differently that day? And then you have a game plan. You're like, well, I lost the most amount of points because this thing sucked, and that's as easy as practicing transition time or whatever. You break it down, you get better. But if you don't get fucking shit pushed in your face, like, you never do that. You have no reason to do that. And I think, like you said, it waters it down. I think it does take away a lot.
Novice does.
I think it does. I think it caters to people who aren't very interested in going.
I was in 5th grade. This is like related to novice. I was in 5th grade. It was like last day of school. My parents let me throw like a little summer school party at the house, right? We had a pool and shit. And so I used to think my dad was everything. So I told my dad, like, dude, come down to the school, whatever. Like, we would get to bring our parents to school and shit. So my dad came down. We played basketball at PE. And I was trying to show off in front of my dad. Because I grew up playing basketball. So I'm trying to show off in front of my dad, and these kids suck. They suck. They're not basketball players. I used to play travel ball and all kinds of shit. So I'm crossing them over. I'm doing all kinds of like show off shit, and my dad wasn't impressed, right? And so after he was like, "Man, I'm so disappointed in you." I was like, "What?" And I was trying to impress him. He was like, "I'm so disappointed. Like, these kids suck. Like, they suck. They can't play. Like, you're trying to show off and you're playing above them. Like, why don't you do that shit when we go play travel ball?
Yeah.
You don't do that when we play travel ball.
Because you can't.
Yeah, because you can't. Because they'll shut you down. Yeah, and that was my novice talk right there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was my he was like, yo, I'm so disappointed in you. And I cried because but I understood it. As I got older, I look back and I'm like, dude, he was
We see the same thing now.
That's the novice talk, dude.
With people that brag about shows and titles that they have where nobody showed up. Because the interesting thing about this type of sport specifically, it's not a combat sport, it's an individual sport. It's not you against somebody else, it's you against the implement. And then you just add a point. So you're comparing yourself to other people, but it's you against the fucking implement. Like, that's a different thing. So if nobody good shows up, it's like people aren't ranking how they did in a show against everybody else in the world. It's just against who is there. And people are very quick to take their wins and not mention, well, I took second out of 3 people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or whatever. They'll talk about, oh, I won my first show. And it was like, it's like, it was a novice show. It's a good example. But you have to have those standards for yourself. You can't afford to be the guy that shows off by trouncing other people. Exactly. Every time there's a novice show, like I remember Mike Gonzalez's show, the guy that won the novice, he was like 40.
He's a grown man.
He was like 40.
Yeah,
he was
like on his 10th cycle.
Oh, dude, he was jacked to the tits. I just remember that.
Shoulders were capped as fuck.
The guy was probably, 230?
Yeah, it was retarded.
No body fat,
yeah, it was stupid.
And it's like, and that's what I'm saying. People are too quick to want an easy win. And it's... I
learned that at a young age, man.
Yeah. No. And Mike, you played... team sport. You played football?
You were football.
Yeah, you played football.
I played travel baseball until I was 16, and then I went straight to football. And then, I played at Fresno State, and I played at Azusa Pacific.
And there's a type of competitiveness I think people that have been in team sports have. Devin's the same way.
My whole life. No, you get that. It's
you want to go against the best.
Yeah, I was always on top tier teams. We were ranked 8th in the nation when I was at Fresno, and I think I lost between the 2 years of high school. I only played high school football for 2 years. I went straight from baseball to that.
Okay.
I got a scholarship, so that was kind of cool. But I only lost 4 games in 3 years. It wasn't, and even growing up though, the teams I was on, we won. That's I was watching that the Bulls documentary.
The Last Dance.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah,
oh my god!
You guys haven't seen it. I mean, that was the hate. I mean, I grew up with that. I mean, I was 10 years old, 11 years old.
Don't drink and watch it. You'll feel guilty.
Yeah. You'll miss out.
Throwing my potential range.
Michael Jordan his teammates were talking about him. It's like, Michael Jordan's an asshole on the floor. It's like, but you know what? He pushed us as a team to another level that we didn't know we could do.
Dude, that brother said, I never lost. I ran out of time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm mad I didn't come.
All right.
I was like, holy shit.
And his dedication and just even his competitive nature till now, it's like killer. Like that guy would be good at anything he did.
Anything.
Any fucking thing he did. And it was, it's empowering. That was that time in basketball. I was still playing basketball as a kid. And I remember everything about it. I could tell you the starting lineups for every team in the NBA just about. And just seeing it and reliving it, and I was like, oh man! But just to see what they say about him and get little inside things, because you remember certain things that happened with every NBA Finals was good when you were a kid. Remember that? I mean, just the talent level. I mean, not that it's not great now.
I used to love watching the Bulls in the 90s.
Bulls, and then Charles Barkley and just everybody. I mean,
because they played with balls. Like, there was no fouls.
But every team had an amazing athlete on it.
The Jazz, Stockton, every team had a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Every team there was a Hall of Fame squad, you know?
So, but what they were saying about him, and I'm like, I get that though, and that's why he's a good teammate, you know? But off the court, he was awesome.
Yeah.
But even when he was playing golf and stuff like that, it didn't, you know, he's playing quarters with the security guards. You get pissed off.
You don't want to lose.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching, and that's one thing, you know, and I see that a lot in you.
Do a camera check really quick.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I watched this guy, it's called Valuetainment, because I'm in sales, man, so I got to stay motivated. Yeah. So I watch different sales guys and shit, and there's this channel I follow on YouTube. He's real organic. I love him.
Valuetainment?
Valuetainment. Awesome guy.
What's his content? Sales?
Yeah, it sells, but he does a lot of good interviews. He's the one that interviewed Sean Ray about all the drug usage, bodybuilding, things like that. But he's a guy that works from the ground up. He has no degree, college degree, nothing. You know, he's got a certificate and he sells life insurance, but he's done well for himself. I watch a lot of his content. But he talks about, you know, the mindset of CEOs. And he's like, they hate losing, just like what Mike was talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're doing their specific craft or if they're fucking playing darts. If they fucking lose, they're going to say replay until they fucking win.
Fucking again. And that's he said he was saying, Jordan, he's like, if I lost a hand, he said, no, we keep going
until they fucking win.
It's a disorder, I believe, but you know what? The greatest athletes in the world all have it. That's a character trait. It's valuable. I see it in my.
You have that shit in you, though.
I do. I've calmed down the.
You know,
the weed helps.
No, but I'm telling you,
you gotta live your life.
I watch his fucking Instagram all the time. But yeah, dude, I watch a lot of him, and I'm like, fuck, man. Mike has that shit.
Whatever system you're in, whether it's sports, whether it's your social life, whether you're dating, whether you're in in business, and you're trying to fight out everybody out in a competitive market.
Everything's a fucking competition.
Everything's a competition, and that mindset. I mean, people can talk about financial advantage, genetic advantage, whatever. That mindset, singularly, I think is probably the most powerful thing any one person can have when it comes to edging other people out, because that's the thing that keeps you forward, moving in the same direction when everybody else is taking detours and vacations.
Absolutely. That was one of the qualities when I met my wife. She's fucking fierce.
Mandy is fucking
bro.
Boss.
She doesn't.
She reminds me of Cameron Diaz in Any Given Sunday. She's a boss. She's a boss.
She just. I don't give a. I mean, if she's gonna do something, it's. And then like I saw that competitive nature. I mean, second date we ever went on, we went bowling, and I beat her, and she was fucking livid. Like. It's like, you understand, I've been an athlete my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, I was still 22 years old, and she's like, no, we're going again. And we played like another, and then she won the next one, and I made her play again so I could win. But like, there's no fucking way we were leaving without playing another game. It's I don't know, that's an admirable quality. I saw that competitive nature, and I like that shit.
Yeah, Mandy hustles.
No, she's a beast.
Yeah. No,
she's got her own, like, when I see her, like, sometimes, like, I haven't seen her in a while, but one day she walked into the gym because the girls were going out, and I saw her, it's like, she's a boss.
She's a sharp lady.
She's a boss.
I'm happy that she's around to, I'm happy
she's a good person to have around.
She's a good influence on Laura, too. Like, I like when I see...
Laura's a boss, too, man.
I like when I see
I'm
Laura...
looking forward to your wedding.
I am too. I just want to fucking over with, man. Actually, Laura and Mandy are out right now.
Yeah, they're out there picking leaves or some shit. They're for centerpieces for bridal shower.
Every wedding has like 37 fucking events that surround it, and it just doesn't end. And then for every event, you need to give gifts to the people that are involved with it. And it's like a multi-level marketing scheme, I swear to God. There's just layers on layers on layers. So right now, it's some wedding, bridal, bachelorette, shower, party thing. I don't fucking know what it is.
I just know it's at my house.
Decorations.
Oh, your house.
It's at my house.
I don't know.
I won't be there.
No, it's no guys. It's bridal shower.
It's bridal shower.
Is that the bridal shower?
Yeah, it's bridal shower.
It's just girls, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope it's not cool. Guys, ladies, if you're watching this, no co-ed baby showers and bridal showers.
Fuck that shit.
Well, I got drug into it, and I
hate when I get invited to those shit.
I love my sister-in-law to death. Mimi, I love you to death. But it's a lesbian wedding. Her and Michelle, they had it was a bridal, it was a wedding shower, not a bridal shower. So usually I think like, oh, well, I'm the guy. I'm exempt from all of the extracurriculars. It's like,
did you buy him a strap-on as a gag gift or no?
How big was it?
They watched this. They watched this. By the way, they watched
How
this.
big was it?
I have one lesbian joke. You ever see?
Oh man, I got so many lesbian friends because I hit on them.
You know what you call that? You know what you call this? That's a lesbian hard-on.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. I love lesbians. I do.
No, I do too. I love them.
Mimi, if I don't edit this out,
man.
If I don't edit this out, it's because I got.
No, I was.
Yeah, but bro, dick's powerful.
And it's more powerful.
Dick's more
it's more
Dick's
powerful.
powerful.
You I don't care how many fucking recreations, whatever the fuck's out there. Nothing beats an organic. It's like grass fed.
You sound. I mean, careful because you're starting to sound like it's from experience. You know what I mean? Like you got to be careful overselling the power of the dick. Like the dick's really good. Like take my word for it.
I mean, it can be at certain times.
I don't know. Honestly, I think Laura could like take or leave my dick. So
really,
yeah.
No, dude, you gotta.
I mean, it's there.
It's always like that.
Always a factor,
emotion plays a big factor.
If there's ever such a thing as big dick energy with a normal sized dick, that's me. I don't know.
Mike is the definition of big dick energy. Actually,
and
watching Mike walk into a strip club is like that needs to be slow motion at the front of the next rap video that comes out. Watching Mike come in and he knows where to sit.
I don't see anybody turning down Mike.
It's always the front of the stage.
Yo,
and it just starts like they know
my
where to come.
favorite, my favorite video of Mike is when you were like competing overseas, wherever the fuck you were, and like that little blonde like.
She's a bikini competitor.
And she looked
an interview.
Yeah, she was checking you out. During the interview, oh my god, that was hilarious.
When I got home, man, he's like, "Are you gonna have any illegitimate children in Europe?" And I was like, "I don't think so."
Oh, I was like, yo, I love Mike, man.
It was a good time. I love that shit.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So you got tons of new gym members due to COVID. I'm just proud of you for staying open.
No, I'm happy because you're making money.
That's patriotism, guys. Like I wouldn't shut my fucking business down. I mean, I'm essential, but I'm hidden. I'm not something that, this outlet, if you're not trading right now, I see so many of my friends that are in deep depressions because they haven't been able to train. They've added fucking 10 pounds. It's fucked up.
Push-up challenge.
So I was torn for a while because, and look, for as critical as I can be, because I'm always critical of government. I think that's a trend that should persist in every government. That people should always be critical. But I also freely admit that I'm not the one that would want to be pushing policy buttons right now. For the same reason, politicians don't want to do things that their name can be attached to the outcome, because there's a lot of unknowns, a lot of things going on. So I've even started to think about what happens when a member does come down? We haven't had a single member here even have a family member that I'm aware of.
If you train in this gym, you ain't gonna fucking get COVID.
We're one of those. The first meme.
No, your immune system is going to be so fucking strong.
If you leave with a coating, your skin is coated when you leave, light layer dust and dirt.
So for all the people right now that are screaming because I have my gym open, which I'm sure there's some watching this, there's a couple factors. One, what's busy for us? Like 8 people?
Fuck yeah.
So we invented social distancing, and I cap membership if it looks like it's starting to get too busy. I've started to redistribute people from the evening into the morning. The gym's been cleaner than it's ever been. Members are being really aggressive. I was just bitching right now. We ran out of paper towels. Laura bought this big ass Costco sized thing of paper towels. They're all gone now.
What a woman!
What a woman! From a week ago, because people are washing their hands. People are using Clorox wipes. The gym is like cleaner than it's ever been.
I did wash my hands with Windex the other day.
Did you?
I used bleach.
Is that right?
I straight up put bleach on my hands. Yeah.
Oh, man, I still don't wash my hands.
It's so ghetto. You got Purell.
I don't. The members bring in their own soaps. People bring in their shit and leave it in there. Because it was up to me, I'd like throw the WD-40 over there and be like, that's got to do something, right? But I've been trying to keep an eye on how many people come in and make sure that we cap it if it gets too busy. But I let members know it's like,
if you get it, you get it, man.
This is it. I feel like genuinely there's no way to control who gets it. it's a highly contagious virus and there's no vaccine.
And
which means
I'm not going to stop my life.
Which means unless there is absolute shutdown indefinitely over a period of time, everybody gets it. That's just the way. That's the way it works. So So we opted to take precautions. We have members that opt to train with masks. People stay far apart from each other. And in the event, I got to figure out what I'm going to do in the event that somebody gets it. So far, we haven't had that yet.
Just put up a notice and say you don't. If you
if you got it, just
put
go
up
home.
scared, go to church.
Yeah.
Stay home.
That's it.
That's kind of it. But this is the first time that we've membership has actually covered overhead.
That's awesome.
That's never had 5 years. That's never happened. We've gotten a lot of other members. And I feel like what you said about health and psychology, that's kind of it's not like a one or the other game. It's not like life or economics, because there's costs no matter what you do. And one of the real costs it's psychology and it's health.
Yes.
And I think there's been a big spike in.
If people seek this place out right now, given the circumstances, they're training because they have to.
That means they need it.
Exactly.
And a lot of
except for you little shitheads that played the podcast.
So let's talk about that now. All the people coming in. So now, because of all the other gyms, the corporate places that are shutting down for liability reasons, now we have people that are outside our normal demographic coming in. So we have the girls in like Gymshark gear. We have guys who would never be caught dead in here. Your Callan Von Monger friend. So now the dynamic's starting to change in here, and it's very interesting to watch because the gym is very filthy.
Compared to LA Fitness, absolutely, but it's a strength gym.
The bathroom,
but that's the thing. Like, you train here because you're going to become something. Like, everybody that train here competes in something that they want to be great in. You don't come here because you want to look good for your fucking wedding or the summer. You come here because you are going to perform in a high competitive environment, and you're looking to win. So, I mean, it's cool that we get certain competitors, but goddamn, I'm just used to the hungry. I'm so excited for your wedding, man.
I'm excited too, and we keep going back and forth. We're gonna do it at my mom's. You guys need ice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could dump some in there.
Just a little bit. That's perfect. That's it.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
To respecting women.
Respecting women.
I love them all.
So we were gonna start. We were gonna do it at my mom's because she has this.
The
house
great
on the hill.
house, man.
Yeah, up in the canyon, and we knew that no matter what happened with shutdowns, we could have 10 people there, have our reception. Because trying to plan that with the money that's involved, the deposits you need, planning out ahead, getting invites out, and there's all this uncertainty. We're like, okay, that's a guaranteed thing. But we did find a venue that'll let us have a small amount of people, and it looks closer to what she wants. And there's a little bit of a gamble. I mean, I think that there could still be something happen, but I'm like, let's take the risk because we might as well invest in what we want to do. So it's going to be.
You can't shut us down for everyone. This is
It's people are getting tired. California's done with that shit.
Well,
I'm proud of California because we're full of sissies. Yeah. But for the fact that there's a lot of businesses, because dude, I work in the leisure market.
Yeah.
So I sell to the leisure market, entertainment, hotels, theme
that
parks.
makes it sound like you're a male stripper.
I know. I wish.
You start working at Chippendale.
I'm getting this close.
Leisure means he strips for old men.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, man. At this point, I need money. But it's like I can see it affects me. But, at this point, people are so tired. They're like, fuck it, we're staying open. Yeah. If you want to come, you know the risk.
And that's the thing. And that's where, hey, wear a mask if you're indoors. There's no,
which is stupid.
I get it. But the thing is, it makes people.
It makes them feel safe. But I was in the military.
I know.
Listen, I sandblasted. Okay, the Navy does shit that every other, like journeyman shit. Okay, so I've sandblasted, I powder coated, I chip paint, I worked with I've done like the dirtiest of work.
Yeah.
With military issued PPE, like industrial shit.
Yeah.
Okay, mask, all that, respirator, all that. I'd go home every night, I'd sneeze black smoke, and I'd blow my nose and
if you're getting air from the outside, shit's coming in.
Fuck, so it's like the mask does not do anything, dog.
I see it.
It creates fear is what it fucking does.
It creates fear and it makes us dependent. That's the thing. Because it's like, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I'm a motherfucker. I'm a control freak. And when somebody can control.
Wear a mask?
Yes, I'm like, That is some control shit.
I'm inclined to believe, because I've heard a lot of people say the same thing about like, look, a surgeon isn't going to wear X, Y, or Z because if you're operating on an open patient, the odds of things getting through is pretty high, meaning that they're going to get contaminated. I am inclined to believe that there's an effect over an average, over a large population of people interacting with each other. If you're keeping your breath from projecting over so many feet, it stands to reason there would probably be some effect. Now, I did see this really interesting thing with 2 doctors. I completely forget their names.
Dr. Mock.
I wish it was Dr. Mock.
Dr.
I should have
Mock.
consulted him.
Did you see him in the suit? Oh my God! In the suit, dude.
Dr. Monk, I don't want to put him on blast, but
Yo, bro.
I told him it's one of those guys. I was like, dude, if I look like you, my cock would be.
It would be game on. Yo, I was hating.
And I think he
I was
is.
hating
I think he is.
dude.
I don't want to guess, but I think he is. No,
I don't know.
I got real.
He's barely scratched the surface. You don't even know.
I got real mad. He hit that. I hit worked up to a 705 for a double that's just on path to whatever I'm doing this year.
Deadlift.
And he texted me, DM'd me. He's like, man, I'm so sorry I didn't see your video before I did this. And I'm like, you fucking did. And I like 700. It was 5 pounds less, but I like 700 for a double. And I'm like, you motherfucker. That came out of nowhere.
Dude,
nowhere. But he's getting nasty, man. He's a
Dude.
threat this year.
In the suit.
Yeah.
In the suit.
Yeah.
If he didn't get a fucking
He's the guy.
oh my God.
He's the guy that ruins a fucking bar for everybody because he's good looking. He's tall as shit.
He's a doctor.
Every time he walks in, Emily and Laura are like fucking googly eyes at him. He's the nicest person you've ever met in your fucking life. He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He looks like McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy.
Dude, he is
I think Mock's
fucking.
nose is bigger, though.
He's like.
We'll have him on next time.
Yeah, Dr.
We'll have
Mock.
Mock on next time. Mock's one to follow at Dr. Mock.
At Dr. Mock.
So I was saying I watched this thing with 2 doctors. I don't remember the names, where they work, but they have British accents, so I'm pretty sure they're like legit. But
I'm pretty sure.
That's all I look for. It was on YouTube. They have British accents. But they were we started talking about Dr. Mock, and I forgot what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Oh, the mask. Okay, and they were strictly. These are like hardcore scientists that are nerds for like. You can't. It's okay to prescribe something, just don't call it evidence-based if it's not evidence-based, right? So the whole mask thing is operating off an assumption that if you keep people from shooting their breath so far, it stands to reason over an average over everybody, you'll probably limit transmission. But they're like, look, we have no studies, we have no evidence, it's not an evidence-based recommendation. Yeah. It might make sense, make the recommendation, that's fine.
It's not a law, it's a mandate.
It's a mandate.
That's
mandate.
Which isn't mandatory, ironically, right?
It's funny.
No, it's not.
I have an uncle. I have an uncle in Florida. Him and his family were out partying, having a good time. They said, fuck it, let's go get tested for COVID. They went, signed up, registered. The line was too long. They were like, fuck it, let's go home, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
They all got a letter in the mail saying they were positive for COVID.
And
they never got tested.
Wow.
They left.
Interesting.
They left.
Well, the behavioral health center.
And they wanted that, like they want to report that to the news.
They won't touch.
They won't fucking touch that story. They won't touch that story.
No, there's nothing. And I'm kind of a science nerd. Like I hold the empiricism very high, and nothing pisses me off more than when people try to twist it for a purpose. And the easiest way you twist it is by lowering standards for what it takes.
You don't care about my health. That's the biggest thing that bothers me.
As soon as you get into an
emotional
emotional
appeal,
appeal,
fucking health.
As soon as you get into an emotional appeal over
I'm a bodybuilder. I don't care
standards,
about my health.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody does that. Man. Yeah, you're like a dried piece of beef jerky, man.
That's it.
You look like a Navajo strap of leather that's been left in the desert.
That's
man.
it.
You look grainy right now.
And, I'm over here just fucking sipping whiskey at 355 pounds.
I shouldn't even be drinking.
Pinnacle of health. Cheers.
My liver is like, holy shit.
We got quite a spectrum over here.
It's all bad.
Quite a spectrum.
It's the quote I read the other day. I forget who said it. I think it was Magnus or Magnus. Somebody's like, I've never been more unhealthy than I was when I was the strongest in my life.
And I think everybody knows that, right? When you start to get to those levels.
Oh, yeah. The strongest you are in your life is when you're most unhealthy.
What did you weigh in high school? When you played football?
285.
Is that right?
300. I got close to 300 my senior year, but I came in at like 310 my freshman year, and then my first strongman show 4 years ago was 315.
Do you remember what Goldtree weighed when he first came at his first contest? Was he under 300?
He's about 3 bills, 305, 310.
You think he was 3 bills?
He's 3 bills. He's only about 6'1".
I give him 260.
No.
He was at that
California's strongest man. California,
he was down to like
2017.
285, 290.
But looking at him now, it's hard to believe that spread.
It's two different people.
60 pounds. You know what I
It's
mean?
two different
like
people.
60 pounds is a lot, but it's also not that. Because he is just thick right now.
Oh
solid as
man,
fuck.
he's
He
a
looks
solid
like a
motherfucker.
fucking Mack truck.
And he'll tell you, hey, I'm fucking your girlfriend.
And then you have to you really think about it.
You're like,
maybe he is.
I thought she was a little calmer this week.
Yeah.
The way he said he's got that little smirk on his face,
I love
little
that kid.
smile. He
Listen,
just disarms you.
I love
that little smile.
I love him, dude.
Nathan, he shoots his fucking shot. That's I don't you know.
Yeah.
You don't discriminate.
No,
Two tits a hole in a heartbeat. That's fucking.
Yeah,
And the funny thing is,
beast.
I like when I see guys that big just like run through women. You know what I mean?
Nathan is like the fucking. I'm like, what?
Because I'll hear girls
I love
say,
you, Nathan. We're just talking about.
I'll hear girls say like, "There's nothing attractive about that." And I'm like, "You're lying out your fucking
You're
shit."
lying.
Like the second that man walks in, buys you a shot, and winks at you, it's all over.
It's over.
You're like, this is the chief in the tribe,
Yeah, best-
right? This is the guy
Dude,
that brings home the most
my
scalps.
my best run at life is when I was 230, out of shape, snoring in my sleep.
And girls love you.
And they loved me. Like I was just a teddy bear. I was cool to cuddle with. Like it was just like.
One of my best friends from probably 10 years ago, he was well over 400 pounds, my height, very strong, very good athlete. He was always very strong. He could move. He was like a really good ball player. His dad played football with Ronnie Lott in Rialto.
Get the fuck out of here.
And
When I played football, I was number 42 because of Ronnie Lott.
Is that right?
He chopped his goddamn finger off in the goddamn foot Super Bowl. Ronnie Lott is the man. Finish your story, but yeah.
No, but any single time, because I hung out with their family in Rialto a lot when they lived up there. But anytime I would meet somebody that knew them, it was like the two people to talk about. It was Ronnie Lott and Bob Henderson, and that was his dad. So he came from a good side. He was just very strong, very fast, but he was very, very big. But I remember I met him at fucking Stater Brothers. I was 17. It was the first job I got when I moved up here. Was at the Stater Brothers at Cooley Ranch, and we used to get into so much shit in that fucking store. But I just remember watching this guy just fucking pull women, and it changed my entire view.
It's the confidence.
Any guy that worries about body composition, girls don't give a shit about your abdominals.
I go, fuck.
They don't care like how cut you are. Like this is to satisfy male judges. That's what this is to win a show.
That's it. Some perverts.
But if you're a male watching this and it's like you have trouble with women and you think like, oh well, I just got to get lean, and
Not at all.
It's like being lean is a subset of having your shit together, right? So it's like in the general realm of like having your shit together, being confident, being able to control a room, being able to have conversation, being able to control yourself at work, not being a heel under the other people in the room. That is the shit that we're in.
It don't matter how big. Yeah,
It does not matter.
I mean, it does if you're like 5'8".
Yeah,
It's like,
maybe.
No, it's confidence goes a long way.
It goes a
that's
long way.
And this,
Just being confident and backing yourself up, goes a long
and this guy was
fucking way.
always Brent. Love you, Brent. I haven't seen Brent in years, but he was the guy that would walk.
Kids.
hating life.
Hating life.
He's hating life
He
right
was the
now.
guy
Paying
that
alimony.
Backed up 3 different cashiers at Stater Brothers.
He should. I wonder if there's some out there that doesn't know that. But he would walk into a room and everyone just kind of looks. It's just the way he would control himself. It was like everybody kind of knows when you're in a field of people, who the guy is that is the most productive, or who the guy is that is the most social, whatever. But he had all those balls in his court, and then that's the only thing that fucking mattered. So to watch people that haven't learned that lesson yet try to it's like if you're trying to run a triathlon, like it's worrying about like how lean you are or your physique. That's like if you're trying to run a triathlon, that's like buying a razor first before you have a bike.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I'm gonna shave my legs before I actually have a pool to swim in.
Dude,
it's like worry about the big shit.
I've pulled more women.
Get your life in order.
But listen, I've pulled more women fat and out of shape than I have like lean and looking good in clothes. Because goddamn, you almost look like a fucking woman. Like you got your figure together, your shirt fits exactly right, your jeans fit exactly right. It's like goddamn, you look like you put yourself together like she did before you left. Exactly. And then the guy in a t-shirt and shorts at the bar with a cool just good conversation gets the chick. You're like, well, damn, I put gel in my hair. I got a line up. I got my affliction shirt on.
Yeah,
What affliction?
But you're driving a 92.
Yeah, it's game over.
2009.
They're driving a 01 Civic
over.
They live in an apartment.
Dude,
They're driving
it's
a fucking.
over.
They're driving an Eclipse.
And that's the thing.
They don't give a shit about
a-
that. They don't give a
fucking
shit about
Eclipse.
that.
No, they don't
With
give
the blown out anime hair.
Yeah,
With
they
that
don't give
Jersey
a-
Shore fucking like you're going super.
Yeah,
Saiyan
you use a
14.
whole bottle of gel. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. The best times I've ever pulled women is when I looked my worst. I looked my worst, and I was just out because I was depressed having a drink, and that's
probably
when.
felt better when you weren't.
Yeah,
fucking-
absolutely.
Yeah, we're getting that back. I'm looking forward to this next cycle you were talking
You're
about.
gonna love it. You know, this
I
next
will.
cycle,
I will
like
love
I
it.
was talking to my boy Sean, this next cycle, dude, and one day we're gonna figure this shit out, and we're gonna be able to have a stream because I'd get him on so he could talk about gear. He is a connoisseur, dude. He trains pro bodybuilder, but this next cycle, you guys are gonna love it.
I love it, but I still, it's still the biggest thing is that all these guys saying is, "Oh, I'm natty." I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to be.
Nobody's natty.
I'm 36 years old. My testosterone level is less than most women. If I was still natural at this point, so
I had a lot of guys in here actually, and I can think of a few off the top of my head that were natty. They were late 20s, early 30s, and they actually their test levels were well under 100.
Oh, absolutely.
It still refused to get even doctor prescribed
Fucking retarded.
HRT.
well, they're scared.
Because
Most
they
of them are
didn't-
scared of needles.
They didn't want to go into that non-natty realm because people. It's like, dude, should we all just be fucking naked wearing toe-string sandals to see who the rawest, most natty is?
Dude,
It's
Generation Iron's putting out a documentary about natty bodybuilders.
Is that right? Exposing
None of them are natty.
Of course they're not.
Listen, okay, I'm young. Like, dude, when I was young, I got into this shit a long time ago, and I stayed humbled. But a lot of the guys that are famous for being natural today, I knew like way back when, and they were never natural because the lady that mentored me sold to all of them, and that's how she
When you know enough people in this field, and by the way, it's for as big of a field it is.
she
as it
sold
is,
to the Cincinnati Reds.
It's not a big field, right? 6 degrees of fucking Kevin Bacon. You meet enough people, and all of a sudden, you know the connects to X, Y, and Z.
You find out you've been shooting the same gear as your buddy for the last fucking.
and he
years.
just has shit genetics.
Yeah.
That's what natural
It's like it's bug gear,
bodybuilding.
and you're like, ugh.
Natural bodybuilding are guys that run gear with the shittiest genetics.
That's what it is.
And
You think
that's
the
what
science
natural
action?
bodybuilding.
That's
100%.
That's funny.
100%.
So, you see people to this day. Well, I mean, more so to this day. You see in the comment thread, and it's the new kids. It's people that are. There's like a line, right? You're either initiated or you're not. Initiated means you know people that use, or you've been following closely enough.
If you've sold fucking tests to somebody else,
yeah, you're the shit,
fucking
right? To you, it's like it's the fucking red pill, right?
Yeah.
You see the Matrix for what it is. It's like you're like,
I don't understand why you wouldn't
wow,
wanna
this
do
is
it.
everywhere. Everybody on the outside, if you yourself don't use, you don't know anybody that uses or sells. It's like you don't know anything about anything as far as who's taking what, but people insist that they do. And I still see people comment on like who their favorite like natty lifter is just because they compete in like IPF or something. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've eaten sushi with an IPF world record holder while he tells me about how he cycles trend each year.
Dude,
you know?
oh
It's
my
like,
God.
It's like we know who sells to
Everybody.
XY. And it's like everybody's on. They just are. We've talked about this before.
Dude,
And
I got a picture. It's not my picture, but it's a good mentor of mine who used to train with Ronnie Coleman. I've never met Ronnie Coleman, but he was Ronnie Coleman's training partner for a very long time.
Ronnie Coleman's awesome. I met him.
Ronnie Coleman's awesome. I got a picture of him and Michael Hearn. Michael Hearn is just water retention the fuck out. Like, he's bloated as
I'm
fuck.
gonna get a cease and desist letter.
Dude,
from fucking
I
Michael Hearn's
remember
lawyers.
my boy used to run a shop. He's in San Diego now, but he had a shop here in Rialto. It was called Fearless Nutrition. Now he's in San Diego. And I remember I went up to him because he's a grown man, wife, kids. Like, he's living his life. He's not on social media. And I was like, Michael Hearn claims natty. He fucking almost peed his pants. He was laughing. He was like, you got to be kidding me.
I think most rational people
Yeah, he
don't
was
know
like,
that
dude,
that's-
you gotta be fucking, dude. He brought up a picture,
Michael Tread.
bloated as fuck.
But you know what?
He was like, dude, we had the same fucking connect.
It doesn't bother me that much though. It's the same thing with
It
the
doesn't.
fake plates. I don't
Yeah,
really
it
lose my
doesn't.
shit over fake plates. It's like if you're in the business, if you're in the realm, you fucking know.
You know.
It's like that's marketing because one, if you had millions of dollars on the line and you representing this brand was part of it, you'd easily. I'd do that I'd sell out in a second, guys.
I hate to say that.
Oh, tell me,
my character.
for the right price, I'd sell out.
But to see like Michael Hearn, it's like obviously you have connections or you have advertisement, you have sponsors that hinge on this thing. You can't sell out everybody, right?
No,
because your income is fucking dependent on it. Like the fake plates thing, everybody goes crazy over fake plates.
I think Brad Castleberry and Larry Wills have used fake plates.
If you watch,
absolutely.
You think Larry Wheels too?
Absolutely.
Really?
I don't know. He's a strong motherfucker.
I know. I love Larry. I would like to think that.
Larry, come on and talk about fake
I
plates.
don't think he's used fake
I
plates.
think Larry didn't want to deadlift 50 in Vegas. I'm just saying.
He didn't deadlift?
No, not what we were doing. He didn't get up.
Oh, is he scared?
He was on the other
Oh,
one.
he's saying Larry Wheels scared. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Well, he was next to me, Jerry Pritchett, in the fucking mountain. I wouldn't want to fucking stand next to us.
But he can stand.
Yeah,
He can hang.
No. He could usually be up there in the 8s, close to 900. He would, but he just wasn't ready for it. I think he was banged up. I don't know. I didn't want to get on the big stage.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I would never use fake plates.
Well, look, if it was
I want to be an advocate for
at House of Power, I wouldn't pull if I was a little binged up. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like, and I'm a nobody, but I'd just be like, well, I'm in between deadlifts.
I gotta say this.
What's that?
Just like Eddie Hall, okay? Because when Eddie Hall pulled his record in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was depleted. He was hurt. But he said, "Listen, the amount of people that were there, Arnold standing next to me, the atmosphere alone,
But that's the thing.
made me pull it."
That was,
that's the thing. It's
that
like
was a YOLO moment.
if it was like, "Yo, this is a one-time opportunity," it's
But for
Thor,
Larry, it
it's
wasn't.
all these. For Larry,
That's the
probably
last
wasn't.
deadlift I've missed, by the way. Well, count the one on Christmas, but
Well, what'd you try? 880.
880 with those
You
motherfuckers.
got it off the ground.
Yeah, no, it's to my knee, and I fucking tore my lat. I fucking I tore my lat. The platform
Every time you
was-
deadlift, Mike, I say a prayer. I just cross my fingers. It's like Santeria. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
rubbing.
like, damn it.
that's the only time I've ever hurt myself deadlifting. But that's the last deadlift I've missed.
With the fake,
And that was,
with the fake plates, when did you start reading like body? I know you had like flex, muscular development. you
Oh,
started
they all
bodybuilding,
had fake
right?
plates.
I remember they have one right now, Johnny Jackson. You Google
Just
Johnny Jackson,
like 10 plates
and he's
on
just
each
like
side.
calm,
Fuck
like Hindu
outta
cow.
here.
He's got 10 plates on each side. Ronnie
And
Coleman's,
he has no legs.
Ronnie Coleman's best squat was at 800,
800.
for 3 or 2 in the suit. For 2 in the
In the
suit,
suit.
right? I had this on my fucking wall.
Oh, yeah.
It was him with 855 and
Just the
plates.
bar fucking-
no suit.
Cheap ass fucking barbell.
Bottom ass, chrome 24-hour fitness barbell.
Yeah.
But bottomed out in the fucking hole, looking veiny and shit, like screaming, coming up. It's like that's just physically not. That's like the UFOs when they're
3
like,
weeks
well,
out from
physics
the
says it
Olympia.
shouldn't move like
3
that.
weeks out from the
But
Olympia.
that's what's so cool
Exactly.
about Ronnie Coleman.
He's depleted.
That's
dude.
what was so cool because you see the most of these.
He didn't give a
bodybuilders-
fuck.
Oh, he trained heavy as fuck.
He didn't give a
And I love that
fuck.
shit. And I would always see it. My
Who,
friends and I.
Ronnie.
I remember when we were starting training. I'm like, some of these guys were training. It looked like heavyweight, but like on the leg press, they're like, who the fuck cares how much you leg press?
Nobody gives a shit how you leg
Johnny
press.
Jackson did a fucking powerlifting meet like 3 weeks
Missed
out from
seven,
a
like
bodybuilding
750,
show.
seven-
No, I was over 8. He pulled like a low 800 pull, fucking weeks out, and you more than anybody knows what it feels like 3 weeks out from a show. How do you feel? You feel strong?
No.
Yeah,
You
feel
can't
like-
even get your dip up.
You don't feel sane.
No, you don't feel nothing.
That sounds like week 14 for me for going to Charlotte.
Yeah, it's
one
the
of the things
worst
that-
feeling in the
One of the
world.
things that bothers me about training too is the way the culture is so specific towards strength. Like, well, I just do this, and that's a good enough excuse to not do the other things you need to do. Where it's like, look at how many people are strong while doing a bunch of hard work. We got the members.
Stand efforting.
We got the members
yes.
that are strong that work manual labor jobs.
Yeah.
You got like NFL players, rugby players that are objectively just strong. Forget about just strong men, but somebody being a bodybuilder, being super fucking depleted, and still being able to take titles while they're in that state because they're conditioned to it. Your body can condition to a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I have a white collar job as fuck. I talk on the phone all day and I'm in an office chair.
Recovery
I don't
mode
work for a living.
100.
I'm lucky, but when I get in the gym, it's
It's
like,
still taxing though.
mentally. Yeah, so
Mentally,
I'm fucking,
yeah, you're
when I get in
tired.
the gym, I'm drained. Like
Yeah,
my fucking
exactly.
head hurts.
Yeah, same here.
I'm stressed out. I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
Like just to get in here.
death is around the corner.
Oof.
Death is
Big
around the
dogs and
corner.
big people, they don't live that long.
That's why we need Mike to get a title and then get down
He
to like
will get one.
255.
He will get one. He will get one.
You go the
God
Andrew
will. I've
Clayton
been praying
round.
for it.
You're the Victor Richards of strongman.
Fuck, dude.
Just the uncrowned
Well,
king.
my biggest thing is like at the Nationals last year when the guy that won third and got his pro card zeroed the deadlift. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't even know the guy's name. I don't think he's done shit since, but ridiculous. It's like that was the talent pool that was there. Obviously, like Gabe Pena and Jose Baez, they're miles ahead.
That was the thing that stood out.
And then everybody.
Jose Baez is a good guy.
Jose Baez is fantastic. I love fucking watching that.
Fuck Jose Baez.
No. But
kidding,
I mean,
Jose.
as an athlete, he's okay.
No, he's great. He's great. So
but we want to beat him.
The first time I met
Jose.
the first time I met Jose, and I'm only going to point this out so I can ride his coattails right now. You know what I mean? It's like he went on to do something, and I'm going to go, oh yeah, well this one time. The first competition I ever met him at was Mike Gonzalez's one.
Yeah.
It was when I went heavy.
Fucking Mike.
It's when I went heavy, and I skunked him. I beat him in 5-on-5 events, right?
Goddamn
Which
right.
I just want to throw that out because Jose's really good right now. And I'm only pointing that out to say, in that time, I think I've done like this, and Jose's just fucking.
Yeah, no,
he's nasty strong right now, and it's cool to watch him grow. But he held his own at the Arnold.
He's a
I saw him at
beast.
the Arnold. Yeah, he's good. He's steadily.
He's honing it in.
He's steadily, and I'm seeing him get good at things he wasn't that good at. Like he's always had a good grip. He's always statically been pretty good, but it's like those numbers are going up. But he's also getting faster.
He's the best eater I've seen in strongman. He eats like a motherfucker.
Is that right? I haven't seen.
I would love to be in charge of everybody's diet at this gym.
Oh man,
that competes.
We get so bored though, bro.
You would get so bored though.
All right.
But it would be in lieu of your regular life.
I know. Okay, so we've taken it this far, so I figure anybody who's toughed it out this far deserves to get something actionable that they can take away from it. So let's have. How about this? How about this? If you
we didn't talk about. Okay, what were we talking about?
No. What would you want to throw in? Dude, we got all day.
Just because I'm a Leroy Walker hater.
Oh, got it. You want to talk about I forgot. This is why we needed the outline.
Yeah, that's why we needed the outline.
The fucking outline.
The misload, the USPA misload. I'm so happy that happened because it exposed the unorganized organization of the USPA, which I never liked.
What's the guy's name that was doing this again?
Julius Maddox, 800 pounds. You know, he went for 800 pounds. The fucking idiots that were loading the bar, misloading it.
You blame Leroy?
Yeah, he knew. Leroy knew what the fuck was on the goddamn bar.
So yeah, he was looking
with
at
his
it, right?
little fucking aerobic Pilates coming back. Yeah,
somebody was trying to pin it on like Cohen, who was there, and Cohen's like, I was like a guest judge, like I wasn't responsible for shit.
The fucking weight.
You know what I mean? But okay, so this is what you guys know this already, but this is what happened. I remember I was because I screen recorded the whole live stream because I made a video right after. But I remember watching it, and first of all, there were some nasty lifters there. Besides that, there was a guy that hit the 700-pound bench weighing under 300 pounds, and I watched because the angle was from the top.
Was it Eric King?
Not yet. He'll be the next.
Eric King's the strongest
Eric
guy.
King.
Oh, I fucking love Eric, man.
Get off his dick.
Oh, I love Eric, man.
Eric's strong. I love Eric. Eric's strong. No, but this guy, 700-pound bench, under 300 pounds, absolutely unprecedented. But it was a top view, and I thought he smoked it. And it was a grinder. It was like if a bird landed on it, he wouldn't have got it. And he got it taken away. They say because his butt came off the bench. And I looked at it, I'm like,
God,
that looked like a good fucking bench.
That's why I hate the USPA. Bitch, if you lifted it, you lifted it.
So then they go to Julius Maddox, right? He took some token on his first. His second, he jumped to 800. He comes out, and I'm looking at it, and the second he takes it out, it gets lopsided. And I'm because I'm a OCD. I always count plates. I always count reps. I could be training somebody over here. If somebody's working out over there, I know how many reps they did on squats. It's just weird. Just from training. I'm a bean counter. So immediately I count the reds because they are hard to tell because they're so thin and compact.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, oh, there's like one less on this side.
You can see it.
You can see it, yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to give this dude like 10, 15 minutes, go shake it out. This is like this is why they held this event. Is for this thing right here.
For this lift.
They fucked up. Let's give him what he needs to do. Then the rest says, no, 1 minute. Oh. And he comes back. That's the rule with misloads. If it's misloaded, the minute starts over. So he had, within a minute, came back after unracking 800 pounds.
And it throws you off.
Have you ever misloaded
a bench like that? And it throws you off.
When you set the weight normal and you take it out, it doesn't feel right.
Not
your
at
nervous
all,
system
dude.
is ready for that kick. So he takes it out, gets it 3/4 of the way up and misses it. And it turns out, which makes sense, he tweaked the fuck out of a few things on that wonky misload. But yeah, Leroy Walker was what, spotting him?
He knew. Leroy knew. You knew, you bitch.
Did he sabotage him?
Yeah, he knew.
I want to go back and watch that footage and see
He
if...
knew. You look at his face.
Because you can tell when people count the weights. I want to
Dude,
see if there's
look at
anybody
his
that was
face.
looking.
Bro, he knew, and when he missed it, he was happy. He was like, yes, I'm going to get back into the pool with my weight aerobics, and I'm going to get my chest together. Like, dude, he knew. He knew, bro. Any motherfucker, listen, if I was spotting you on bench, dude, I would be, first of all, one thing I do is I always do the 2-finger measurement. Make sure that the weight is even.
Dude, I look at the weight. Change is right.
Everything I make sure is perfect for the guy that's about to get a lift. Fucking Leroy knew.
I don't trust anybody at strong when they're loading weight. Even at strongman shows, I went and checked the weight.
Yeah, you count your own weights, right?
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
God damn.
I do the same thing.
That's why I pulled that 900 in Texas.
That's the whole point of a spotter, man. It's like, dude, I'm going to make this shit comfortable.
Yeah.
The lift off is going to feel like it's floated over you. It's yours.
Yeah.
Bitch, you knew. Like, come on. And the USPA failed because, I think it's like, listen, it's, you guys are whatever. It's streaming. The USPA is bullshit anyway, but this is streaming. This is something good for you guys. He's about to do some shit that's not happened before, and it's like, why don't you have motherfuckers that can handle this weight?
What was the record before this?
Well, he's had the last few because it went...
Yeah, because it's Mendelson in a suit. It's Mendelson in a suit.
No, actually, if we look at the people, not just people breaking their own record, but Mendelson had a raw 715. Mendelson's suited was like 1100.
Yeah,
he was, but so that as a gear lifter, Mendelson's. People that met Mendelson know how Mendelson is, but
Mendelson's a beast, though.
He was a monster bencher.
He's a beast.
The fact he was good. Shirted and out of the shirt, he was a fantastic.
You look like that guy. You got to be good at something. God wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah,
looks like with that fucking that bullfrog, that bullfrog neck. Yeah,
I was like, hey, you're gonna be ugly, but you can best.
But you're the strongest man in the world.
Yeah, we're gonna give you this bench, but we're gonna give you this personality. And the arm wrestlers, like...
I think one of his feet are longer than the other two.
Yeah, you got a car accident, I remember.
Yeah, so many imbalances.
I feel bad for the guy.
So what Mendelson is 715.
He's good. He's got money.
He's a nice guy, yeah.
He's got a good gym in Santa Monica or is it Norwalk? Yeah.
Spada went 722.
Very nice.
Sarachev. I like Sarachev because...
He gets his gear from Germany. I know it's Connect.
I'm gonna have to redact this whole fucking.
Yeah, you're going to. I know. That's the thing. I'm a humble guy, but I know a lot of Connects, man. I know. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No. This is all valuable information. People are gonna be like,
so 722, 750.
Anyways, yeah. So it's 722. Sarchev at like 737.
Kirill.
Yeah. Which I like him because he doesn't look like what you would expect a bench specialist to look like.
No.
His arms hang normally. He looks like he's like useful as a human being.
Yeah.
While benching that much weight. And then Maddox came and just started chipping away. Maddox's last record was like a 770, I think.
Fucker.
And then to get 800, and listening to him talk, he's like, eventually I want to set this record, and then I want to lose about 100 pounds, and then do X, Y, or Z.
Can he even fucking bend over to deadlifts? Can he do other movements?
He can't tie his shoes.
Oh.
He can't wipe his ass. He takes a shower right after he shits.
You know what? There's this guy.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I do it. I do it too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But it's like there gets a point where you just gotta hop in the shower. You have the detachable head. I'm getting close.
It's hard, dude.
No, the bidet. I've been looking at it. The next house I have is gonna have that.
A bidet.
The Toto toilet seat. The one.
Have you ever used a bidet?
Yeah, but this one's different. I stayed at the suite at the Aria. It was like $6,000 a night with JR. And I get in there, I felt like
goddamn JR.
By the time I left that hotel, I was like, I feel like I owe this toilet money. Like it made me feel so good. Like it would literally shoot a stream of water at your ass and your balls.
Yep.
And it was heated.
Yep.
And then it would run like a blow dryer across your shit.
I've used one. Yeah.
And by the time I could barely put my underwear on because my ass hair was so fluffy from the blow dryer. Like it was ridiculous.
The dude that owns wherever the Warriors, Steph Curry's team plays, he owns a golf course in Palm Desert. And it's private. You can't record or anything. But in my job, I have an account with them. And so I go over there, help them out and shit. You can't bring phones in. You can't record. But, it's immaculate. And I had to take a shit one day. And, dude, they had a bidet The first time I didn't even
Blow your fucking mind.
I just sat on the toilet. Like, I didn't put the goddamn like seat cover on or nothing. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this shit.
It's fantastic.
Dude,
that's why you aim to be successful in life. So you can
that's
have nice
what.
things.
Oh my god, seated, warm. The shit cleaned you off. I was like, wow, I never felt so like rejuvenated in my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was
somebody
like,
who shits 3 times a day, I mean.
yeah, I need that shit,
It's a
man.
rookie numbers. You need to get those up 3 times. No. All right, so we covered Maddox's
We
bench.
covered Maddox.
All right, so this is what I want to finish on because, like I said, if people have made it this far,
I hate the
God bless
USPA, but
you.
I love Susan Salazar.
Wait, why do you hate the USPA?
I just
Susan's
don't like
awesome.
it.
She's training at Hop now.
Susan
Did she
Salazar.
really? Yeah, she left us.
I love her. Tell her Tony says
She's the
hi.
nicest lady. She follows me on Instagram.
She's so beautiful. She is just a nice person.
I've never
She's
talked
sweet.
to Susan in person, but I know George and Gail train with her, and they love her.
That's
and
the
I've heard
only
you-
woman in the world that gets me shy.
I've heard
like
you
I can't be around her
ooze.
without getting shy.
Tony oozes over Susan Salazar.
She is just a wonderful
Yeah.
woman.
Susan, if you watch this, Tony loves you.
I do.
Okay, if anybody's made it this far, they deserve some nuggets beyond the ones we've given them. Let's say if you were going to talk to a current lifter in today's climate, as somebody who has half an ounce of desire to get good at some point, what advice would you give them? Let's start with Mike.
Get a coach, but like you got to get a coach, but get one close by. Don't do somebody remote if you're new.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing.
So remote, I think that's a big one because I dabbled in remote coaching this year.
It's
remote,
hard.
It's hard.
I consider myself a very involved coach. I like to check my boxes, make sure people are doing things right. Remote coaching is bullshit. Don't get it through me. Don't get it through anybody.
Well, I
Remote
mean, you
coaching-
can if you need a template or you have some questions, but it's remote coaching for experienced lifters.
Exactly.
If you're new,
Exactly.
you need to find somebody close by
Yeah.
that can give you hands-on guidance, at least a training crew or something like that. Don't go and just buy a template from somebody, some fucking Fitspo person online
No.
that lives 18 states over.
Best
stupid.
program in the world will not make up for the things that you're missing if you're inexperienced, and the things you need when you're inexperienced you will not get from a remote coach.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's the case.
Yeah, it's got its place, but I mean, people that are new to strength athletics,
Yeah.
you need to find somebody close by at least to just get your feet wet for first couple strength cycles and then find good training crew. But you got to get a coach, and you need to don't be so quick to jump on gear. Less is more.
Oh, that's true. That's
Less
a
is
huge
fucking
one.
more. Just
Yes.
stay back off it. I didn't do a deadlift till I was 31 years old.
Yeah.
We did trap bar a little bit in college.
Yeah.
But we never fucking pulled on a conventional deadlift bar, and it's fun, and I'm grateful for it because I'm healthier for it. I see a lot of these guys at my age already beat the fuck up. Not that I'm fucking pinnacle of health. I've had more injuries in strongman in 4 years than I had in 3 years of college football. But it's get a coach that's close by. Don't jump on gear. Fuck with SARMs a little bit. Take creatine. Check yourself out. Get your blood work checked. But yeah, that's.
What's your criteria for finding a good coach? Because everybody today's a coach. If you've lifted a barbell, you're a
What
coach.
have they done, and what are their athletes doing?
There you go.
That you have to look at that, and ask them what their background is. There's a lot of coaches out there that should not be fucking coaching.
Uh-huh.
I'm lucky when I got into strongman within the first year. I found Nick Ribeiro at House of Power, and Nick, he's a semester away from being a PA.
Yeah.
Or a PT.
Yeah,
Nick
he's very
is
educated.
very, very fucking smart.
Yeah, Nick can be a doctor,
Yeah, he literally could. And
but
There's a but.
there is a but, because a doctor is always concerned about your safety.
yeah.
But when it comes to a coach, he's going to ask you, what risk are you willing to take?
For sure.
Because there are risks to being the best that you can be. A doctor is going to get you where you need to be and be conservative to your health.
Absolutely.
So it's like, if you tell me you want to be the best in the world, I'm going to send you a questionnaire that says, are these the risks that you're willing to take? A doctor is probably going to say, well, these are your best attributes, and this is what we can excel on. If we dabble in this, there are risks that I'm not willing to take because of your health. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want to go to the crossroads or do you want to go to church? And that's the difference between a coach that wants to win and doesn't give a fuck, or a coach that, wants to use, your best, that wants to use strategy to win.
So what's your recommendation? Somebody, you got a minute to tell somebody where they need to unfuck themselves if they want to get good.
It depends, because I'm not a strength coach. But in bodybuilding, when it comes to bodybuilding, I'm going to ask you, what do you want in life? As it pertains to children, as it pertains to wife, mental state, And if it's like, I don't want none of that. And it's like, well, do you want to live till you're 80 and, have some little nice nurse call you cute and feed you Jell-O? No, I'm good with that. I don't want to get there. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, this is what we have to do. Now, if you like to enjoy your weekends, if you like, hey, look, I'm an 80-20 guy. 80% during the week, 20% on the weekend. I'm not your guy. But if you're like 100%, I don't give a fuck. Just like a militant guy. I was in the military. There's guys that die all the time, and it's sad to the family. But to the person that died, they died the way they wanted to die.
They died well.
So it's like, if you're that person, if you're that guy that's like, hey, if I wake up on check-ins and you find me dead in the hotel, it's like, I did this to myself. And it's like, okay, that's the motherfucker. That's what we're going to run with. Your health is going to be a concern, but you understand the risk. Now we're going to go full throttle. We're going to be the best that we can be. That coach is going to get you to the Olympia. The coach that's worried about longevity is you're probably going to own a gym and have a mass amount of personal clients.
It's an uncomfortable thing, strength sports. I've realized
absolutely.
It's not good for your health. It's not good
it's
for
highly
your family.
degenerative.
It's selfish as shit. I've become more selfish.
Very selfish
since I started doing strongman than ever in my life, and I can't not do it now though. I had this discussion with my wife because my wife stopped competing about a year ago, and it's like I'm stuck.
And by the way, your friends and family don't like watching you compete as much as you might think they do.
Not at all. Yeah. I don't invite them.
All you're doing is fucking ruining your body.
That's it.
Yeah. They want you to be, I had this discussion with my mom the other day. She called me a terribly selfish person, and she said, oh, I just, really want you to get your health in order and be normal. I was like, Mom, I'd rather be dead than be normal.
I told my mom.
She thought, she's like, that's the most, no, it's fucking true though, brother. I can't, I wasn't put on this earth to be mediocre, if that makes sense.
No,
nobody wants to be that person, and I don't. I for sure don't. I've got a fucking lust for life, and this is the avenue I'm in right now. Not to say I'll be doing this in 10 years or 5 years. I hope I'm not. Truly, because I'll be, it's just a selfish element. It's a selfish sport. It takes its toll on your family, everything like that. You just have to be aware if you're going to get to that upper echelon. It's gonna fucking hurt.
That's exactly what Tony was saying. You have to know what you're willing to give, because if you know that if the first thing you start out, you're like, I want to do this thing, but let me chart out what I'm not willing to do first. Okay, there's an inherent cap on how far you're going to go, what you're going to do, which is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Recreational lifting is great. In fact, that's how you get to the point where you're in your 70s or 80s and you're still useful and functional as a human being, because you've maintained activity. Competitiveness and recreation, they diverge pretty quickly, right? So I think staying at resistance training, activity, things that keep people active and healthy and invested in life, that will serve you the rest of your life. Competitive strength sports, you want to get good? Highly degenerative, takes a toll on your body. So, strongman specifically, I like a lot of the things because I think they're useful, but a lot of them are fucking pointless. Like yoke walks, I think at this point in strongman, pretty much everybody agrees that yoke walks are like the most tested, least useful test of functionality.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
I remember the first time a yoke walk got close to 900 pounds at World's Strongest Man, and Mark Felix, who was above a 900-pound deadlift, was just fucking seesawing all over the place. And there's a point where you ask, like, what is this test? How is this applicable to anything else? A yoke is not applicable to anything else. It doesn't tell you how good you are at running, jumping, throwing, picking something up. And what's the toll on your body? And it's fucking your spine, your hips, your knees, your ankles. yokes are fucking rough. It's my least favorite event to train for that reason. So yeah, you have to know that you're going to have to spend a lot of time doing things that offer very little return to the rest of your life, except for maybe giving you a few points on the spreadsheet.
My experience with strongman is you either got it or you don't.
You think so?
Yeah.
You figure it out real quick.
Quick.
Unless, there's a lot of guys that compete
Real
and get good, but it's...
Because I'm an example of the opposite of that, but I don't know of anybody who's grinded the way I have. I'm a cockroach. Like, I've had probably a dozen low back injuries that have put me out for a few weeks or more. I've injuries in general, but I've also failed a lot of contests. I've zeroed a lot of events, and my first event was 06. So now it's 2020.
Oh, fuck.
So you're talking about 14 years of this stupid shit. So I got to the point where I got comfortable with events. I got technique good before I got strong. So now I'm at the point, like, I just need to get stronger. I don't need, my learning curve is already there on most of the events.
Well, the barrier to entry is insane. We're doing weights at amateur shows that they didn't fucking do. They were doing World's Strongest Man in the late 2000s.
Dude, I remember in 2007 having a conversation with somebody about how the farmers, I remember when Jesse Morunde, who took second the year before, didn't make it into the finals the next year because the farmers they had was 265 per hand, and the time splits were all within like 2 seconds of each other.
Fucking Elliot Holtz's days.
Yeah. No, back then, I mean, we
Dude, you
started
guys
at the
would have
same
been
time.
world's strongest man if you competed against Elliot Holtz.
Bill Kazmaier
Oh my God.
had a 660 bench in a competition, and his best log was 375.
That's nothing.
That shows
Strict
what.
pressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but Bill
That shows
Kazmaier
what
is a beast.
specialization does.
I miss that, and that's what motivated me about strongman and like being big, because like Doug Young, Bill Kazmaier, Kurt Kowalski, he was a power lifter, but those guys were fucking jacked and separated. They weren't fat.
There was a website called 70s Big that I followed for a while.
Dude.
Because that was the thing. You look at guys from the 70s and 80s, and you're like,
they were just
different.
jacked, dude. Traps up to here,
Now
the
everybody's-
shoulders capped.
now everybody's concerned with how do I get good without going up a weight class.
And it was pathetic, dude. Is that
So thankfully the phone died 45 fucking minutes ago.
Fuck,
which
we missed a lot of Biden.
Missed the Biden. Chile. We got so much that we missed. That train wreck. We're gonna save it. We're gonna push it over to next time.
Yes.
But what? I think we should try to do this every week. I think we could.
Yeah, we could do once
We
a
do
week.
whenever. Well, we'll
My liver
see.
can handle it.
We'll work it in. We'll work it. I'm gonna see if I.
It's
mean-
better than church, I'm not going to lie.
I enjoyed it.
I went to church
I don't
right
think
now,
they got a
but-
fucking thing out of it, but I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
I'm happy
it.
about
Yes,
that.
I did.
Yeah. But anyways, until next time, this is Bromley and Russ, Mike Salter from Empire Barbell. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.